Good evening, everybody. Good evening, and welcome to the Georgetown ISD Athletic Complex for this evening's matchup against the Eastview Patriots and the Georgetown Eagles. Good evening. My name is Brian Reed, joined alongside Rob Jaskula, bringing you tonight's what you call a derby matchup, bringing some football terms for this football contest. We're coming at you live on Vype Live, as well as you listening on the Vype Central Texas High School Football Game of the Week on 102.FM ESPN Austin. The Eastview Patriots, they have lost 2 in a row. The Georgetown Eagles, they have won 2 in a row. This is a big rivalry matchup here. The stadium is really packed out here. I had trouble parking the car trying to get up here. As we're ready for an exciting football game, Rob, what can we look forward to?
Oh, what a great atmosphere, first of all, here at Birkelbach Field at the Georgetown Independent School District Athletic Complex. I think we're expecting a well-played football game. I think we're expecting a shootout, and we are certainly expecting a wonderful atmosphere as these two crosstown rivals go at each other. But, a lot of these kids would have grown up playing other sports together, in Little League and basketball and stuff like that. So you're seeing teams that really know each other on a personal level here, and I think that's what makes a game like this really exciting. The Georgetown Eagles coming into this game at 5-1 and wanting to really put themselves up at the top of the district. Brian, this is the 7th game of the season. We're starting to think about playoff seeding. And the Eastview Patriots, well, this is a huge ball game for them. They've lost the last 2 weeks by a combined 5 points. And for the season, they've got to be the best 3-3 team in the state. Their 3 losses by a combined 11 points total. So they're going to really need to, I think, find something big on offense here with Ty Blair and really keep the foot on the gas pedal.
I 100% agree. They've lost their games by 11 points, and we were there the last couple of games. They were really, really close contests, and they could have gone either way. So we're going to play an interview we have with the Eastview coach, and then we'll come right back. So we've got the interview coming right at you.
And finally, as executive director of the University.
A lot of new listeners to the Eastview Patriots this week on 102.7 ESPN. This is a competitive team at 3-3 with only 5 points over the last 2 weeks, separating them from being 5-1 as we hit the business end of the season. We've talked about your team's mental toughness before, but how would you describe them to first-time listeners?
Yes, our kids are definitely fighters. That's the thing that I've seen some major growth over these past, even just couple seasons. Our kids feel like we can win every game, and our kids fight to the very end. We've won a close one, we've lost 2 close ones, but man, there's no doubt whenever I look in their eyes, and that just goes to show me that they're ready for it. And they're not backing down from anything. So I'm proud of the resolve, and yeah, would love to find just a few more points to get some more wins in the win column.
Well, the man who makes it all happen on offense is Ty Blair, the Austin American-Statesman's Week 5 Player of the Week in Central Texas, and someone that you say is one of the best quarterbacks you've coached in a long line of elite signal callers. What do you like most about your senior captain?
Yes, he is having what I feel is just a great year, and I do think highly of him and his play, of course, on and off the field. Great young man. I think that Ty, the 3rd year in the system now, he has got such an ownership and a mastery of it that he's making very few, if not any, mental mistakes out there. He knows where to go with the ball. He's playing extremely confident. He believes in himself and his team around him. That's it. His decision making, and this type of offense that we run, he has multiple decisions per play. I mean, some of them pre-snap, and of course some of them post-snap, and then his athletic ability, and his ability to throw and run the ball has been an absolute spark for us offensively. So I'm definitely proud of his year, expecting some big things in the remaining games to come, and excited about it.
On the other side of the field this week, it's the high-flying Georgetown Eagles in the cross-stadium rivalry matchup. Does this week mean a little bit more to your players?
They've had a very level-headed approach to this, and everybody knows, what game it is. Everybody knows, what's going to go on, expecting a great crowd. But man, my kids really have had a level head. I have not heard any different type of chatter. They've been focused. I really felt like these past 2 weeks that I've seen the best focus of my team all season long. And we know, of course, who we're playing, and we know, the town and the community will be there. Whether you're supporting red or the blue, and hopefully more red. But we're ready, and I really feel like we've had a really good week of practice, and our kids are ready to go. And I talk to our kids about it. They know some of those kids on the team, just like their guys know us, and there's just kind of a feeling of confidence going into this. So hopefully that carries over to the field.
One player I wanted to highlight this week on the defensive side of the ball is Isaiah Davenport-Bell, averaging nearly 13 tackles per game this season. You have a really athletic front seven that's sure to be important this week, and he's been a huge part of it. But really, it feels like you have a lot of athletes on that side of the ball who have the ability to play at the next level.
Yes, IDB, we call him, Isaiah Davenport-Bell. He's been a playmaker for us all year. He was one of the Defensive Players of the Week last week. He's got multiple awards of that award being the Defensive Player of the Week. He's, like you said, he's averaging 13 tackles. He's around the ball a lot. I mean, he should be. He's the Mike linebacker, the middle linebacker, but he is making the plays like he should, and he's having an exceptional year. And, yes, I think that, I mean, if you physically look at him, he can run sideline to sideline from inside. He can blitz. He can play pass coverage. He can tackle, and he's certainly a kid that can play at the college level. And we definitely have a few more with Tyson Ejiooko being committed to Texas Tech right now, but he's getting looks every week. Aquavius Marbury is a kid that came in to our school, transferred from the state of Alabama, and he's been with us since January, and he's been making plays and flying around on the secondary. And Ty Temples, has been a stud for us too on the defensive end front. So our guys on defense have been flying around, and we, but that's, what we have been kind of hanging our hat on a little bit there to get us out whenever the offense is struggling a little bit. Defense, has been put in some tough situations and has really, really played extremely well at times and pretty good all season long.
Good to hear from Michael. All good interview there, Rob Jaskula. So yeah, we just kind of hear what we need to kind of keep a level-headed approach and not trying to get you ahead of yourself, trying to stay in it. You lost those last two games by just like a total of 5 points, so you're good. You can compete, and now it's time to really go out there and really prove that you can do it. But just an interesting note here before we take a quick break is that the Georgetown Eagles have set up their little blow-up thing they run through on the opposite end of the field, not on the usual end right next to the locker room, so they actually have to walk all the way through to get to the other side of the field before they run out. So we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back. You're listening to the Eastview Patriots football on Vype Live and listening to the Vype Central Texas High School football game of the week on 102.7 FM ESPN Austin. Keep it here.
Hey high schoolers, are you interested in a career in sports media? Vype can help. Launched in 2017, our Vype U Ambassador Program is a one-of-a-kind educational scholarship program that offers high school students a chance to gain hands-on experience in the sports media field. Vype U also gives students a platform to build their portfolio of creative work under the guidance of Vype's seasoned professionals. From covering games to publishing photos, writing articles, and conducting on-camera interviews, each Vype U ambassador receives an immersive experience geared toward their interests while promoting their own school and preparing them for their future. Email info@vypemedia.com to find out more about Vype U today.
All right, welcome back to Berkelback Field, the Georgetown ISD Athletic Complex. For tonight's matchup between the Eastview Patriots and the Georgetown Eagles, I'm Brian Reed, once again joined alongside Rob Jaskula. And it's going to be an exciting game. It's going to be very interesting. It's going to be a high-flying contest, and there's a few key players to look out for in tonight's contest. We got for the Georgetown Eagles, Jet Walker, who has rushed for already over 1,000 yards this season, and Caleb McDougall, who has 17 touchdowns, 1 interception. I just want to point out, by the way, that Jet Walker has almost as many yards rushing as Caleb McDougall has passing.
Yeah, and the scary thing about these two guys for the Georgetown Eagles is they have years left to go, Brian. Jet Walker, only a junior, 6'2", 215 pounds of power. And the thing is, he's doing all of this, 11 yards per carry, 14 touchdowns, on about 15 to 20 carries per game. Because the Eagles have done so well on offense, he's only playing about 2.5, 3 quarters a ball game. And with Caleb McDougall, the sophomore quarterback, they had a lot of questions going into spring ball about who their starter was going to be this year. He won the job in camp, and maybe expecting him to be more of a game manager, that's not really how it's worked out for them. He's having an outstanding season, and he's, like you said, over 1,000 yards, 17 touchdowns to 1 interception, so he's taking care of the ball. Last week against Rouse, went 8 of 12 passing, but for 165 yards and a touchdown. So they have some big play guys on this team. And it's really the two receivers, Davin Sedgwick and Xavier Warren, who we're going to really need to look out for. They can both break a big play at any time, especially Warren, a 4.35 measured 40.
definitely some players to look out for here. For these Patriots, they're going to need everybody to step up. They're going to need to play early complete ball game. But, if you watched last week's game against Cedar Park, if just a few plays went the opposite direction, you may be talking about a different story. Maybe coming in this game only a 1-loss team or maybe even a 2-loss team. You never know. You could be undefeated. We're not 100% sure. So it's just you have to just be prepared and make the plays when they happen as we wait for Georgetown to run out onto the fields. They're kind of doing a little back and forth action here on the near sideline.
And you make a great point there, Brian, about how the team have played in close games so far this season. And you really heard that in my interview with Michael Wall, and also I had a chance to go down on the field and chat with him before the game, and he was just in a very jovial mood. He's not doesn't sound like the kind of coach that's, battling for his playoff life here tonight. He's very positive, very energetic. And boy, does Ty Blair look good when you're down on field level, up close and personal. He's ready to go as well. Absolute gunslinger. Last week, 26 of 37 against Cedar Park, 236 yards, 2 touchdowns, but also the 2 interceptions. That's something he's really going to need to watch out for. Now 4 on the season. He's a guy that Coach Wall was saying he likes how he takes care of the football. Well, that's going to be very important here tonight. Jaheim Dowd, the star cornerback for Georgetown, already with several Division I offers, is somebody that's going to be a very key player in this ball game. But also Blair tonight, he had 16 carries for 112 yards and another touchdown last week. He's really going to have to do it with both his arm and his legs. And with the way this offense runs, the spread option, he's making a lot of the decisions pre-snap. The plays come in from the sidelines, but whether it ends up being a run or a pass or a keeper or a handoff, it's really up to Blair. So this is a big game for him tonight. And when you have a third-year starter, that's a big advantage.
Absolutely. You mentioned the 2 interceptions last week. Maybe a case of just trying to do a little bit too much at times. He can do it all. He can do it with his arms, do it with his legs. But it's going to be important to make those key decisions you were talking about, to get that ball down the field, to get into the end zone, because the Patriots have been behind a little bit going early on. In the last few games, they've had to come from behind, and they've played behind the 8 ball a lot. It's kind of where they live, and it's a dangerous place to live in.
Especially against this Georgetown Eagles team that's having no problem scoring points this year.
Definitely, the Eastview Patriots looking to end the 2-game losing streak and snap the Eagles' 2-game win streak as we should be getting ready here for the national anthem.
Yeah, and a full slate of games here tonight in District 8 of Class 5A Division 1. Cedar Park is visiting the Glen Grizzlies tonight. Lake Belton is at Leander, and that's a battle of 2 4-2 teams, so that should be a good one. Rouse and Chaparral have already kicked off. That's 2 2-4 teams, and we'll see the Chaparral Bobcats here next week. And then right here, Eastview and Georgetown about to kick off.
They're about to kick off. It's beautiful weather for tonight's contest. It started off the day nice and perfect at 70 degrees, and it heated up a little bit. The weather's calmed down. It's a little windy out there, as I can see. You should be getting ready. The anthem, it looks like. So I think we'll take another break. You're listening live on Vype Live, as well as you're listening to this on the Vype Central Texas High School Football Game of the Week on 102.7 FM ESPN Austin.
Jason lived his life in a special way. He exemplified what we call GT DNA, and we are thankful that we were able to share in it. Please honor Jason by standing, removing your hats, and giving him a moment of silence. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing and direct your attention to the north end zone as cadets from Liberty Battalion present the colors for tonight's game. Please join us as we honor all the brave men and women who have served or are currently serving our country at home and abroad with the singing of our national anthem, performed by students from GHS Show Choir and our and Eastview Show Choir. The Eastview Choir is under the direction of Beth Burrow and Callie Rowland. The GHS Choir is under the direction of Joey Lawrence and Stacy Brandenberger.
And we're back here at Birkelbach Field, the Georgetown ISD Athletic Complex, as we get ready to start tonight's matchup between the Georgetown Eagles and your Eastview Patriots. Looks like tonight for the Georgetown Eagles, they're going to have a blackout. They're wearing black, a jersey with black pants with white numerals and a white helmet. Looks like Georgetown on the side. And for the Eastview Patriots, they're wearing white jersey with white pants and what appears to be red or kind of bluish red numerals with a red helmet. If you've never been to the game of Georgetown ISD Athletic Complex, Birkelbach Field, it is interesting because the Eastview logo and the Georgetown logo are both on the field, and the Patriots is in one end zone and Eagles is in the opposite end zone. So it is a very interesting field, and I've never seen any other place do this. That kind of lets you know the kind of rivalry that we have here tonight.
No, I love it, Brian. It's kind of like a bowl game atmosphere here with each team with their own end zone inside, and it's the blue and it's the red on the other side. So some great aesthetic choices here in Georgetown done by the Georgetown Independent School District. And folks, there was a moment of silence there before we had our national anthem, and that was honoring the Georgetown sophomore varsity lacrosse player, JV center Jason Pennington, who passed away earlier this month. And so we extend our condolences to all of his family and friends and to the entire Georgetown High School family.
Absolutely, do send our condolences out to them. Bit of a packed house here, absolutely, as you can see. Well, I can't see right now, I'm listening on the radio, but it is packed on the Georgetown side, the Eastview side, which usually is the Georgetown side. People are still just kind of shuffling in, coming in there. There's a lot. It's hard to park the cars. So many people out here. Usually I can park right up front. I had to park actually very far away to get my way up into the stadium. So
I've gotten multiple texts about it already, as
well.
well.
It's taking so long here as you see people heading out onto the field for Eastview Patriots. Looks like we have Luke Martin, Keiston Rainey, Ty Blair, as well as Jacob Vasquez out there for the coin toss.
Our referee this evening is John Carter. Had a chance to chat with him down on the field before the game, and he's anticipating a very well-played game here tonight as well. So he's got his crew all ready to go. And as we prepare for kickoff, the sun set about 10 minutes ago at 6:57. And here in Central Texas, as you mentioned, Brian, I think the fall weather finally hit. It rained a little bit down by me today and
nice.
on the drive up here. That has cleared up, but it is still overcast skies here in Georgetown. 77 degrees, that's 25 for our friends listening abroad. And the wind blowing from east to west, so that is across the field at our broadcast position, listed 8 to 10 miles an hour. But if you look at these Georgetown banners to the right of our booth, the wind is blowing tonight.
Absolutely is, and I believe Georgetown may have won that toss, but they have elected to receive Either that or Eastview, I'd like to defer. I'll be honest. I looked away for a second, look at those flags.
Yep, that was on me, Brian. I tricked you.
Yeah, you did trick me, but that's all right. I tricked you last week, too. But it looks like Georgetown, they are going to start off with the football. So I can actually give us a weather update right now as we're starting a little bit behind schedule, but that is A-OK. Everything is all good. So getting ready to kick this one off.
It's nice. We finally have some fall football weather here.
Yeah. Finally getting that football weather that I've been craving as the sun is down. It's going down a little bit earlier. We're not quite in daylight savings yet, so it's not completely down, but the wind's blowing, the lights are on, there's no shadows, so this should be a really fun contest. Aaron Reyes in to kick this one away for the Georgetown Eagles. Going to have Xavier Warren back to receive this one, and I'm trying to catch the number of the second man back there, but he's got his hands up, so I can't quite catch him. I'll provide that as you get that. So Aaron Reyes has been perfect on extra points this season, and also 1 for 1 on field goals. 3 for 3. Thank you. 3 for 3.
Hit that 43-yarder last week
that
as
43,
well.
Yeah. Just got over the crossbar. It was a big one, too. And kick is off, and away we go. The Eli Duncan looks like to receive this one. Turns upfield, gets past the 20-yard line at the 25-yard line. And correction on that one. That is number 35 for the Georgetown Eagles, who I believe is not on my roster.
Well, a nice return there to start the ball game. They get out to the 25-yard line. I love the decision to take the football in a game that's expected to be high scoring. Two great offenses. Why not take the ball first?
Why not? So we got Caleb McDougal in at quarterback. He's going to go empty set, 5 wide to begin this game. Ball to 25-yard line. McDougal takes the snap, looking to throw. He's going to throw over the middle, and it's going to be incomplete. Pass was intended for Xavier Warren. He was open, just couldn't quite connect there. Makes it 2nd and 10.
Yeah, maybe he heard the footsteps there, but he really should have caught that and had a first down there. Nice throw by McDougal. Came into the game completing 62% of his passes. That's 66 for 106 on the year, 1,040 yards.
Now he's going to have Jet Walker in the backfield with him, 2 wide. Eagles going from left to right. Look at the radio dial, going from left to right. McDougal takes the snap. He's going to fake the handoff. Throw back over to Warren. This time Warren's going to have it, and he's off to the races. Warren's going to waltz into the end zone. And that is an Eagles touchdown. 2 plays, and they go 75 yards.
Well, Brian, that was almost the exact same route that they ran on the first play. Just flipped to the other side of the field, and well, Warren was wide open across the middle, and that time he made no mistake. And with that 4.3 speed to burn, that's why he picked up a scholarship offer from Michigan State earlier this week.
Absolutely. You saw the speed there. They got McDougal still out in the field, maybe thinking about going for 2 here. And they are going to go for 2. McDougal takes a snap, back to throw, under pressure. Just going to throw one into the end zone. It's going to come down with it for the 2-point conversion. That was a wing and a prayer, but Alex Wilson, the senior, able to come down with it, makes the score a weird 8-0. So 21 seconds have gone off the clock, and they have already got 8 points on the board.
Well, it's a dream start for the Georgetown Eagles in this crosstown matchup. So 2 plays, 75 yards. McDougal goes 1 for 2 for 75 yards and that touchdown. And, well, just 21 seconds into the game, that's almost like returning a kickoff for the touchdown to start.
I mean, it definitely feels like that. For Xavier Warren, that is his 6th touchdown of the season. And you saw him turn on the Jets right there. So now we're going to get a first look at our Patriots offense.
Xavier Warren came into this game with 24 catches on the season for 355 yards. He's averaging 59 yards per game receiving, and he's already topped that here on 1 play.
He already was 75 yards receiving on the first play. They put 2 kickers out there in the kickoff. As you can see, looks like we got Braylon Westfall. He's going to kick this one away. And then number 34, and that's Christopher Mashburn also there, so it could go either way. Got me on the lookout in these rivalry games. And they are going to kick this one deep. Field it at the 10-yard line. Trying to turn up field. It gets inside the 20, but that's about it. And that was Tanner Namkin on the return. So our first look at this Patriots offense. And so Georgetown Eagles, they got the home run on the second play of the game. And this Patriots offense, they kind of like to work a little more methodically, kind of slow moving, take a lot of time off the clock. So let's see what they do here on their opening possession.
Well, you'd love to see a nice sustained drive here as well, just to take some of the air out of the stadium a bit and calm down the atmosphere a bit.
Ty Blair from the gun. We'll have Rainey in the backfield, 3 wide. Sends Namkin in motion, takes a snap. It's a jet sweep to Namkin, pitches to him, makes one man miss, turns up field, gets to about the 30-yard line, so a gain of 8 there on first down.
I love that play to start the ball game, Brian. That's just a nice high percentage play. Tanner Namkin is going to be key here tonight for the Patriots. He's been the leading receiver for most weeks this year. He's been very consistent, and he's really going to need to be that tonight.
Patriots quickly back to the line. 4 wide, Rainey in the backfield. Ball to 30, 2nd and 2. Takes a snap. They're going to fake the handoff to Rainey. It's going to be thrown to the far sideline. It's intended for Namkin. It's going to fall incomplete, maybe a little low. That makes it 3rd and 2. They're going to call it 3rd and 3, actually. It looks like 2 from my angle.
You know, Brian, I think that was actually deflected on the way through by number 9, Seth Warren.
And they're going to go quickly back to the line. Similar formation, 3 wide. Rainey in the backfield. Takes a snap. Blair's got some room to run. He's got a lot of room to run. He gets tripped up, but not before getting a first down to the 35-yard line. If that guy hadn't tripped him, he might still see him running.
Yeah, that was a great play by Chance Kelly, the senior linebacker, just getting Blair by the shoelaces. We've seen the speed of Ty Blair.
Absolutely, and they're moving back to the line. This is a different offense than we're used to seeing, but they're not afraid to change things up. 5 wide. Blair empty set. Takes a snap. Back to throw. It's going to be incomplete. Pass was intended. Well, I'm trying to see who it was. It was like it was intended for Seth Demol. Now make it 2nd and 10.
Yeah, that would have been a tough catch there, Brian. Double coverage on the far side. That's a tough throw to make.
He was, and he was under a little bit of pressure there. 4 wide this time. Rainey in the backfield. 2nd and 10, ball at the 35-yard line. Takes a snap. They're going to hand off to Rainey. Rainey's got some room to run. Rumbles through a defender. And we'll see where they mark him out. They're going to say he's 1 yard short of the first down at the 44-yard line. Looked like he had gotten that one, but he pushed over a defender, makes it 3rd and 1.
Keaston Rainey a key here tonight for the Patriots. He missed some time earlier in the season, but last week was back at his best, 13 carries for 52 yards. He's going to need to match or better that this evening, I think.
3 wide. 3rd and 1, ball to 44. Dude takes a snap. They're going to hand off Rainey. Rainey trying to turn up field, and they're going to get him right back at the line of scrimmage. So decision time here for the Patriots.
A really nice pursuit there by the Georgetown Eagles. We saw Jaheim Dowd coming up from the safety spot in run coverage, making a nice play there. And they run kind of a traditional 4-3 look, but I've already seen them twice drop one of the defensive ends into coverage.
Quickly up to the line. They're going to try to go for it. They have good percentages on 4th down. They may have gotten the jump. The player did jump, and they didn't snap it. Looking back around, Blair under center will take the snap. Trying to get a push, and he's going to get it. The official is spotting him at the 50-yard line. I think that's not a good spot. I think he was right at the 50, maybe a little bit past at the 50, at the 46, excuse me. And they're ECU players are saying it's a first down. They haven't moved the chains yet. I think he got it.
I think he did too, Brian, and I think it took the second effort to get it.
And now they're moving the chains officially, so he get it right on the mark. Patriots good on 4th down. They've gone for it quite a few times. 4 wide this time. Rainey in the backfield. Blair takes the snap. So he's trying to get him to jump. Flag comes in. This will be a free play as a handoff to Rainey. He's not going to get anywhere, though. He's going to lose a yard, but that flag comes in. This is going to be encroachment on the defense. So it's going to make it 1st and 5.
And, you know, you said it, Brian. They nearly got the – well, I think they did jump on the 4th down play, but the snap didn't come quick enough. So 2 plays in a row, this Georgetown Eagle defensive line a little too eager. And that is the first penalty of the ballgame.
First penalty on the ballgame goes against the Eagles. Makes it 1st and 5 right at midfield. Blair, this time we got Honeycutt in the backfield coming in place of Rainey. Rainey actually is going to go out there and play receiver. Sends a man in motion, takes a snap. Blair back to throw. He's got all kinds of time. He's got Rainey downfield, and he can't quite hook up with them. Just overthrown, planted his feet, and just couldn't quite connect, and that was a touchdown.
Boy, he was wide open, Brian. Ran the little double move route and got behind the safety. And that's a spot where the Georgetown Eagles have been beatable. It's in that second level and across the middle. That's a ball that Ty Blair usually throws right on the money. A lot of wind here tonight, a lot of adrenaline.
Absolutely. 4 wide, Honeycutt in the backfield. Rainey stepping off the field, sends a man in motion. Takes the snap, almost jumped, under pressure, is going to be caught on the far sideline. Enough for a first down, a heavy collision as he gets into opponent territory, and that's McKinnon Thorpe on the reception. And he's going to be brought down at the Georgetown 36, no call, the 38-yard line.
Real nice throw from Ty Blair there. Calm and cool. Got it right out to the man, put it right in his belly, and Thorpe was able to turn upfield for the yards after catch.
First time in opponent's territory. Blair takes a snap from the gun, back to throw. He's going to throw it to the far side. It's going to be intercepted. Intercepted. He's got room to run. Blair trying to get to him, and he's going to be brought down at the 20. A back-breaking play by the Patriots. Maybe just a little bit of a high throw. And it was Luke Hawley on the interception.
Yeah, it looked like Blair had the man wide open on the far side there and just kind of overthrew him. That ball sailed on him. Maybe the wind down on the field playing a bigger factor than we maybe thought.
There is a flag on the play at the end of the play.
Apologies for that feedback, folks. That was referee John Carter's microphone causing that.
And that was a penalty. It was unsportsmanlike conduct after the play was over. That was on the Patriots. That's going to be half distance to the goal. So this drive's going to start at the 10-yard line.
Not the drive that Ty Blair wanted to start the game. Just 1 for 4 for 8 yards on that opening possession with the interception. 8:22 to go here in the first quarter. And Brian, we talked about this last week. Field position, field position, field position. Asking a lot of the defense here. Only 10 yards to go for the Georgetown Eagles.
They were able to hold the Cedar Park Timberwolves when a similar thing happened last week. And that into the half, things kind of turned sour. McDougal from the gun. He'll have 3 wide. Sends a man in motion. Handoff. Nope, they're going to fake the handoff, and pass was intended for Jake Millock, and it was incomplete. Makes it 2nd and 10.
Yeah, and that one just off the hands. Millock's only caught 5 passes this season for 35 yards, and he really should have pulled that one in there.
That's the second time tonight we have said that. But last time I said that, they went right into the end zone, so trying to get him a 3rd down here. Walker in the backfield. Just 2 wide this time. Sends a man in motion, and this time they are going to hand it off to Walker. A bit of a late on the handoff. Walker trying to get around in the corner and push down. That one almost went sideways, but able to find that corner and get to the 5-yard line. Makes it 3rd and goal now.
Yeah, we had a great look at that, Brian. There was just an exchange issue there. I think maybe the quarterback bobbled that a little bit, McDougal, the sophomore, and Walker really had to be patient before he took that ball. And that allowed Isaiah Davenport-Bell to really get outside and make that tackle.
I think we'll call his name a few times tonight, and they called him, what, IDB?
That's what they call him.
That's what they call him.
He is the leading tackler for this Eastview Patriot team, and yeah, he is all over the field. His sideline-to-sideline speed is always very impressive.
Have a jumbo set here. Walker in the backfield alongside Elijah Callaghan. They're going to send him in motion. They're going to fake the handoff. They're going to throw it to Elijah. He's going to drop, and that's going to be incomplete. Elijah just fell on his back. That almost went backwards. It's an incomplete pass, and that makes it 4th and goal from the 5-yard line. And we might be seeing the kicking team come out. We're going to see the kicking team come out for this one. So a nice goal line stand there after the interception by the Eastview Patriots.
Second time in 2 weeks that this Eastview Patriot defense has forced a field goal attempt on a 10-yard or shorter field. So that's very encouraging. And Again, that one probably should have been caught. The ball was there, but the receiver's backpedaling and just kind of fell over.
Only one complete pass for McDougal, and they went for a touchdown. And you have Christopher Mashburn in to attempt the kick. Kick is on the way, and the kick is good. And that makes the score a weird 11-0. But great job there by the Patriots defense, able to stand tall and force and get that goal line stand. So for this Patriots offense, as they come back out in the field, it'd be kind of key to, stop those turnovers. That was kind of a thing that we saw last week against Cedar Park, some turnovers, and that was, I think, in my opinion, the big difference between those games was those turnovers definitely did cost them, I feel.
Yeah, taking care of the football is so important in this game, and well, for Ty Blair, that's an interception. That's his third in 2 weeks, and that's something he's really going to have to clean up, but we know he's better than that.
Absolutely. He definitely is better than that. That pass got away from him. Just a little bit of adrenaline. These games is kind of, difficult to kind of get your nerves in there. You could feel it all up there. And so just important to just take advantage of that and channel that into adrenaline as they send the usual 2 out there on the kickoff. We got Mashburn and Raylan Westfall.
So I'm glad I watched some tape. They do this every time on their kickoffs.
As they're going to have Westfall kind of line up on one end of the ball. And Mashburn's going to kick this one off. Fielded inside the 10. It's Namkin. Got some room to run. The 25 at the 30, at the 40-yard line. Makes one man miss at the 45 before he's pushed out of bounds. Patient run right there, but a big return. And that's just what the Patriots needed.
Tanner Namkin threw 2 jukes on that return. They were both very effective. Exciting play there. Here's some good field position for the Eastview Patriots. Time for the offense to get to work. 7:30 to play here in this opening quarter. Already down 2 scores. Cutting into that lead here would be huge.
They were kind of running a bit of a hurry up there last time out. They got inside the Eagles' 40-yard line before the interception. So they were moving things effectively. So it's important to kind of take the good you had there and just keep it moving. So we're going to see Rainey step in. Blair from the gun. 3 wide. Namkin on the jet sweep. They're going to fake it to him on the jet sweep, and Blair's going to have nowhere to go. That's going to be a 2-yard loss.
Yeah, nowhere to go but down for Ty Blair on that one, and I think he made the smart decision not handing that one off to Namkin. The defenders were already getting into the backfield, and I think he more so was just swallowing that ball.
I think so, you're right. So that makes it 2nd and 12. Ball at the Patriots' 44-yard line. They have to get to the Eagles' 44-yard line for a first down. Rainey in the backfield. Blair takes a snap. They're going to hand off Rainey. Rainey's got some room to run. Trying to get to midfield, but tripped up right at the 49-yard line. Gain of 5 yards there. Make it 3rd and medium. They're actually, it was down at the 48-yard line. Maybe not a favorable spot there, but it makes it 3rd down. And it looks like maybe 7 or 8 yards.
Nice tackle there by Luke Holly in the open field. There was a lot of room for Keaston Rainey if he had gotten by him.
4 wide, Rainey in the backfield, Blair from the gun. Takes the snap, Blair back to throw, trying to find Rainey. Rainey hook up, pushes down a defender. Rainey's got a first down. He's going to be pushed out at the Eagles' 40-yard line.
Well, that time, Brian, he got the better of Luke Holly, hit him with the stiff arm, and managed to battle for the first down. And that's a huge play for the Patriots. And again, for the second time in this first quarter, they are in Eagle territory.
They are in Eagle territory, and you've seen Rainey push defenders down. Very powerful runner. Big pickup there on 3rd down. 4 wide this time. 2 to the left, 2 to the right. They're going to send Rainey in motion. They're going to try to find Namkin, and Namkin hit him in the hands. They tried to look upfield a little too quickly, and that one falls incomplete.
Yeah, we've seen a few of those this season, and hopefully that's the one out of his system for tonight, because Tanner Namkin is going to be a big part of this game for the offense.
Absolutely. Rainey's going to take a trip to the sideline. Honeycutt's going to come in now. As in that play, I think they're trying to set up a fake screen to Rainey as they send him in motion, and then turn over to Namkin. So 4 wide. They're going to send Honeycutt in motion. So now Blair's all by himself. Play clock winding down. 2nd and 10. Blair back to throw. He's got time. He's going to try to make a pass downfield. It's going to be caught by Namkin. Namkin trying to get into the end zone. He's going to score. Tanner Namkin with a great catch able to reorient himself and waltz right into the end zone. That's a big touchdown there by the Patriots.
40 yards on that one to Tanner Namkin. And he had to go up and catch that ball, Brian. The ball was sailing a little bit. I do think that's the wind, but Namkin really redeeming himself after that first down drop.
Absolutely. 40 yards on the catch, and now they're going to send in the extra point team. They're going to send in Aaron Reyes. Perfect on the season on extra points. As the score right now, 11-6, pending the extra point. 6:01 left to play here in the first after that 40-yard touchdown pass. Snap is down. Kick is away. Almost got through, but Reyes able to get this one through the uprights. And that makes the score now 11-7. The drive ends with a 40-yard touchdown pass to Tanner Namkin, and that's exactly what the Patriots needed.
And folks, we do now have our scoreboard working here. If you're watching us on Vype Live on YouTube this evening, a little technical error there, but we are all set now. It is showing the correct 11-7 score. The Georgetown Eagles got that. They scored on their second play from scrimmage, the 75-yard touchdown pass from McDougal to Xavier Warren. Then after the interception from Blair, they had a short field but couldn't capitalize. It was a 25-yard field goal from Christopher Mashburn that made it 11-0. And just now, Ty Blair, who is now 3 for 6 for 60 yards, 1 touchdown and 1 interception, to Tanner Namkin.
And that was a great play there by Namkin. He kind of had to fall to his right and try to make that catch, but he's able to come down with it, and then the wherewithal to stay on his feet and find that corner of the end zone. And that's a big play there. That's something that the Patriots desperately needed. 6:01 left to play here in the first. Already a very exciting first quarter in this one. So we're going to have Xavier Warren back to receive this one, as well as the number 35 for the Eagles. Trying to see if I can hear the PA announcer try to say his name, but to no avail. Reyes kick this one off. He's going to keep it out of Warren's hands. And that one's going to go out of bounds. So the flag comes in. That's going to pull this one out. I believe the 35-yard line.
Yeah, and that one went with the wind there from right to left. And we actually saw that in the extra point as well from Reyes, who is still perfect on the year. Managed to squeeze that one in. And what a huge touchdown for these few Patriots. A nice drive as well after the big kick return from Namkin. And then the big touchdown catch from Namkin. He had a lot to do after he caught that pass.
Absolutely, and that's exactly what they needed as well. So, two really big sequences there we just saw. After the interception, they're able to get the goal line stand, able to hold them to only 3 points. And they got a little lucky there, but you're going to need a little luck to win this one. And then able to come back and get that touchdown.
Yeah, we've only played half the first quarter here, Brian. We were expecting a high-scoring game. I think we're going to get it.
McDougal from the gun. And now they're going to hand off to Walker going up the middle. You can see the explosiveness right there. That's an 8-yard gain on first down. He takes it. He just turns on the Jets right there.
You know, I'm kind of surprised we haven't seen much of Jet Walker on these opening few series for the Georgetown Eagles, but they are kind of limiting his carries. I went and did the math. It's 15.5 carries per game he's averaging. So maybe trying to limit the workload a bit.
Well, now they're going to send him out there at receiver. So McDougal's going to be all by himself. 5 wide. It's 2nd down and 2. Back to pass. He's going to try to find Warren. Warren's going to make the reception. He's going to have enough for a first down out to the Georgetown 42-yard line.
Yeah, just a very simple pitch and catch to the outside there, but that is somewhere where I've been watching on film. Xavier Warren's very dangerous on that out route. He likes to catch that ball, turn up field, and try to juke the defender, so that's something to watch out for.
And we've seen how explosive he is once he gets out in open field. So 1st and 10 from the Georgetown 42. And Dougal going to have appears to be Walker. No, it's not Walker in the backfield with him. Walker's actually playing receiver. He's got 4 wide. Takes the snap. They're going to fake the handoff. They're going to try to find Walker on a screen pass. He's going to be pushed out of bounds after a gain of maybe a yard, and that's about it.
Yeah, it's some nice coverage there by the Patriot defense as they kind of went to the same side that they just did on the previous down to get that one. And Jet Walker, that's only his 6th catch of the year, so not really a big receiving back.
Not a big receiving back, but you get your ball into your playmaker's hands. Kind of what they're hoping for. But 2nd and 10, they're going to say you only get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about it. Now Walker's going to return into the backfield. It's going to have 4 wide. McDougal from the gun sends Walker in motion all by himself. McDougal back to pass. Rolling out of the pocket. He might tuck it in and run. He's going to tuck it in and run. Gets to the 40-yard line, and a great open field tackle right there. He's going to lose yards. And that was Sam Arnett on the tackle. They're going to say he lost yards. I'm going to call that one a sack. So the first sack of the evening for the Eastview Patriots.
Yeah, Sam Arnett's a guy whose name we called a lot last week, Brian. He had 6 tackles, and 3 of them went for loss. So chalk that one up as well for him. A huge play.
And that brought them all the way back to the 39-yard line. They have to get to the Patriots 48 for a first down. So this is 3rd and long. 4 wide. McDougal from the gun. Fakes handoff to Walker. Back to throw. He's going to try to find Warren, and it's going to be tipped and incomplete, but a flag comes in. Sam Arnett defending that one, and I'm not sure I really like that flag there. I thought Arnett was playing the football. If it is pass interference, the way they're acting, I think it is.
Yeah, that's a tough one right there, Brian. You know, you see that a lot, the old underthrown ball, let the defender run into you as a receiver. It didn't look like there was a whole lot of contact before the ball actually got there, though. And I thought Arnett might have been the first one to touch it.
I thought so, too, but they are going to call pass interference on Arnett. That is a big, big, big penalty, because it would have gotten him off the field. I was about to say, since that touchdown pass went for 75 yards, the Eagles had only gained 5 yards on the goal line situation, and they had lost 4 yards. So they had a net gain of 1 yard since that touchdown.
Yeah, since the touchdown now, McDougal 3 for 6 for 80 yards and the touchdown. So he's only got 5 yards passing since that first completion.
Walker in the backfield. McDougal's going to hand it off to Walker. He's going to sprint forward and get a couple yards, I'm going to call it 3 yards. They're in opponent's territory, down to the 43-yard line.
Jacob Vasquez, the first one there for the Patriots, and they came swarming after that. And when you have a back like Walker, 6'2", 215 pounds, you're going to need a lot of effort from that linebacking core tonight.
Absolutely, and we've seen some really great open field tackles by this Patriots defense. 4 wide, Walker in the backfield. Let's say that a lot tonight. Sends a man in motion. And they're going to hand off Walker. Walker's going to rumble forward, still moving his feet, but a great gang tackle right there down at the 41-yard line.
You know, this is a very talented Georgetown Eagle offensive line. They have some big bodies up front, but their push has been kind of limited there. And Jacob Vasquez, again, starting the play and allowing his teammates to swarm in and finish them off.
3:07 left to play here in the first quarter. It's 3rd and 5 from the 41. Have to get to the 36 for a first down. In opponent's territory, this might be in that weird situation where if they get to 4th, well, let's see what happens here on 3rd down. McDougal takes a snap. He's going to throw it over the middle. Ball's going to be caught. First down yardage to the 30-yard line, and that catch was made by number 16. That's Braylon Westfall.
Yeah, Westfall, the sophomore who also does the punting and is one of the 2 kickers that they put out on the kickoff plays for them. So only 2 sophomores on the roster for this Georgetown Eagle team, and those were the 2 of them right there.
Absolutely. So 1st and 10 from the 30-yard line. McDougal's going to have Jet Walker in the backfield, 3 wide. Sends a man in motion. Takes a snap. They're going to hand off Walker, trying to turn up field, and a great tackle after a 3-yard gain. Just kind of falls forward and gets that 3 yards.
Yeah, Trey Marshall, the first one there for the Patriots. And, well, the swarming defense coming in there again. We saw Isaiah Davenport-Bell crashing in. We saw Caden Childs coming in to finish him off. And if you can hold this guy to 3 yards per carry, that's fine. You'll take that.
Absolutely. 2nd and 7, ball on the 27-yard line. 3 wide. McDougal takes a snap. They're going to hand off Walker, trying to get around the corner. He's got some room to run, and it's going to be tripped up, but not before getting a first down to the 19-yard line.
Nice tackle there by Grady Dickerson, who was the first man there. And they got good seal on the right side of that offensive line. And it was number 78, that was Munoz, with a nice seal block.
And quickly to the line, fakes the handoff. Warren's got the pass on the flat, and a great open field tackle right there. And that was by Grady Dickerson after a gain of 5 yards there on first down.
Grady Dickerson's a guy whose name we've been calling, I feel like, more and more every week as he becomes a bigger part of this defense for the Eastview Patriots. Now 14 tackles on the year. Well, 15 tackles, seeing as he had 2 already on this drive.
Since the pass interference call, the Patriots have been moving the ball very effectively. They're in the red zone. 2nd and 5. Get to the 9 yards. Get to the 9-yard line for a first down. Sends a man in motion. They're going to hand off to Walker, trying to get around the corner. Brought down, let's see, at the 10, so it's going to make it 3rd and 1.
That was just a classic sweep play there. You know, we see these modern formations, the shotgun, the pistol, and that's what Georgetown's going to run. But that was real old school football, trying to get the big running back around the corner and rumbling forward. Nice tackle to keep him short of the chains.
So 3rd and 1, ball at the 10-yard line. So far on this drive, including the penalty, they are 2 for 2 on 3rd down. As we approach the end of the first quarter, they're going to hand off to Walker. Walker's going to have the first down, and he's going to waltz into the end zone. Jet Walker with a 10-yard touchdown run to close things out. They go 70 yards, and by my math, in 9 plays. And the big one right there, that penalty, that pass interference, proves costly. Makes the score 17-7.
It really does, Brian. That was the key play on the drive. After that, the Georgetown Eagles pretty much moved the ball at will.
And once again, they have Mujugla on the field like they're going to go for 2. I think they may be setting up for the field goal. There we go. Helps when Christopher Mashburn also looks like he plays receiver. He's going to attempt the PAT here. Although the play clock's winding down, they got to get the snap off pretty soon, and they do. And the kick is up. It is good. And that makes it an 11-point game once again. It is 18-7. 16 seconds left to play here in the first quarter.
Well, Brian, we were expecting a high-scoring offensive game. That's what we've gotten here so far. And I've been very impressed. We've had 3 kicks taken in this game, and they've all been good so far on this windy day. Again, this is a strong breeze blowing from left to right for the kicker there for Mashburn. It's coming towards the camera for those of you who are watching us here on YouTube on the Vype Live Network. And the flags are blowing steadily and holding stiff.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, it's definitely a factor out there.
Really
tonight.
whipping out there tonight. So that wind is absolutely a factor in this contest. So on that drive, they went 70 yards, and by my count, in 9 plays, capped off with a Jet Walker 10-yard touchdown run. They were 2 for 2 on 3rd down, make that 3 for 3 on 3rd down, with the 3rd and 1 touchdown run. So last time we saw the Patriots offense, they're able to get into the end zone on a 40-yard touchdown pass to Tanner Namkin, and they're able to move things effectively. Let's see what they do here as they ready to kick things off. They do their interesting little kickoff here. We got Mashburn, and we got Braylon Westfall. I'm waiting for the trick play to happen. I'm waiting for as the ball falls off the tee.
You know, and they run some fake punts as well that I've seen them do, and they put Walker as kind of the H-back on their punt formation, so that's a great guy to have if you're going to fake a punt. They line up like this for every kick, and also on their extra points, they do line up with kind of the spread out pretty much every time as well. So
one of the reasons Bell Lake High School, they are going to do an onside kick, and it will be recovered by the Patriots kicking team. A flag comes in. I think they were offside regardless.
Well, Trey Marshall, just a sophomore, but a very heady play there. Looked the ball all the way in, brought it in with 2 hands, and went straight down to the turf, not trying to do anything fancy.
One thing that we do see teams do whenever they do that high onside kick is they'll call a fair catch as soon as they see it, because then they have to let them make the catch. They can't not try to run into them or anything like that. So let's see what the flag is here. And it was offside kicking team. And so they will take the penalty. They're just going to apply that. So this is the best starting field position for the Patriots tonight, as they're going to start their first drive in opponent's territory. It'll probably be maybe run one play before we have to take a break at the end of the quarter.
Eastview takes over first and 10 at the 37-yard line.
So ball's gonna be spotted at the Eagles' 47-yard line. Takes a snap, handoff, Rainey. He's got some room to run. Gets past the 45, down to the 43, what they're going to call it. Clock winding down as they're about to are heading their direction, and that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. So after one, it's been a high-scoring contest. The Eagles lead 18-7 over the Eastview Patriots. We're going to take a quick break. You're watching Eastview Patriots football on Vype Live and listening on the Vype Central Texas High School Football Game of the Week on 102.7 FM ESPN Austin. Keep it here.
What is Vype Live? Vype Live is one of the largest and most respected broadcast and live stream networks in the state of Texas. Vype Live broadcasts any sport you can think of for youngsters of any age, from Pee Wee and Pop Warner to high school, club, college, semi-pro, and beyond. We also broadcast plenty of academic, fine arts, and community-related events as well, and now as partners with Flow Sports. Email us at info@vypemedia.com to find out more. Vype Live. We bring your teams to you.
Start of the second quarter here at Berkelback Field, the Georgetown ISD Athletic Complex. This rivalry game between the Eastview Patriots and the Georgetown Eagles. Looking at a second down and 6 on the 42 for the Patriots. I'm Brian Reed, running alongside Rob Jaskula. Scores 18-7. And now we're going the other way, so going from left to right, looking at a radio dial, imagining going from left to right. 4 wide. We're going to have Keeson Rainey in the backfield. Blair takes the snap. He's going to try to throw it to Namkin. Falls be incomplete. As the play will have lost yards, made the completion anyways. Makes it 3rd and 5.
Yeah, that play never really got going for the Eastview Patriots. The blocking wasn't quite there from the offensive line. He kind of had to rush the throw, and Namkin would have caught that ball 2 yards behind the line of scrimmage anyway. So I think the incompletion almost the better result.
So 3rd and 6 on the 42. They have to get to the 37 for a first down. Interesting formation here. Going to be all by himself. That's Blair taking the snap from the gun. Back to throw. Under pressure. He's rolling out of the pocket. He's going to throw. Ball's going to be caught. Spin move, Rainey. And we'll see where they spot him. Maybe a 1-yard gain there to the 41-yard line.
Nice job by Ty Blair just to get away from the pressure. We've talked many times throughout this season, Brian. He's a very comfortable quarterback when he's rolling out of the pocket to either direction and managed to get away from the pressure and at least get something positive on that one.
And they're going to go for it here on 4th down. They're in that kind of interesting situation. It's 4th and 5. They're 1 for 1 on 4th down. Patriots actually have pretty good percentage on 4th down this season. They're going to take the snap, fake the handoff, Rainey, throw over the middle to Namkin, hits him in the hands, maybe a bit low, but it's going to fall incomplete, and that's a turnover on downs.
Oh, that would have been a huge first down, Brian, and he probably should have had that one. Ty Blair had to put a little extra zip on that, got it around the jumping defensive lineman. It was a great throw. It did come in just a touch low, and Namkin was going down for it, unable to come up with it. And boy, that's a big turnover for the Georgetown Eagles. You know, they scored a touchdown on the second play from scrimmage in this game. They went for 2, also have a field goal, and then another touchdown from Walker. So that's how they have 18 points in this ball game for those of you who are joining us late.
If you like to play scoreorigami at home. First turnover on downs. They're 1 for 2 on 4th downs. 9 are the Patriots. Drive will begin for the 42-yard line. And Dougal takes the snap. They're going to fake the handoff to Walker. Throws over the middle. Ball's going to be caught. Huge gain there and a shoelace. That's a touchdown-saving tackle. And that was a catch made by Davin Sedgwick. And that is a huge gain there on first down, but a nice touchdown-saving tackle there by the Patriots.
Well, that's the thing about this passing game for the Eagles. They have 2 very effective receivers.
McDougal takes the snap quickly back to the line. Back to throw. He's got all kinds of time, and he's going to spin out of a sack, turn upfield, and be brought down, but not before getting all the way to the 16-yard line.
Oh, Ty Temples had him wrapped up, just couldn't quite bring him to the turf. And, well, what a heady play by the sophomore quarterback there to get away from the pressure and pick up that big first down.
The first down all the way to the 16-yard line. It makes it 1st and 10. We'll have 4 wide, Jet Walker in the backfield. McDougal from the gun. We'll say that a lot tonight. 10 seconds left on the play clock. Dougal takes a snap, back to throw. He's under pressure. Going to take a shot in the end zone, and ball's going to be incomplete. That was a close play in the end zone, but the officials right there Pass was intended, looks like, for Braylon Westfall. If I can catch his number.
Well, you know, Brian, we talked about in the first quarter that ball maybe just sailed a little bit on him and too far back in the end zone.
Absolutely too far back in the end zone. That was Braylon Westfall. Incomplete, makes it 2nd and 10. On the 16. McDougal getting instructions from the sideline. Changes things up slightly, moves Walker to the opposite side of him. Takes a snap. They are not going to hand. No, they are going to hand off to Walker. Walker's going to have all kinds of room and a touchdown. 16-yard run by Jet Walker. That's his 2nd touchdown of the evening. And the Eagles have extended their lead.
You know, it was a great block on the outside by the senior tight end, Jake Malak. He had 2 Patriots to occupy there and did a great job. Boy, that was a huge gap to run through for Walker. And when you have a talented back like this, already over 1,000 yards, he's got 2 touchdowns here tonight. Maybe just getting warmed up.
Maybe so. Christopher Mashburn in to attempt the extra point. Kick is up, and it is good. Makes the score 25-7. Well, since that pass interference penalty, the Eagles offense has been moving through this defense like a hot knife through butter. They had him on 3rd and long, and that have a questionable call almost on that pass interference. And they've been moving the ball very effectively. Before that penalty, they'd only gained 1 yard, net 1 yard. All just
right after their first touchdown.
Right after their first touchdown. I'm going to get the words out of my mouth. Thank you there, Rob.
Yeah. The thing about this Georgetown Eagle offense is they have so many weapons. And you're right, Brian, that pass interference on the 3rd and 14 was a key play here in this opening half of football. The Eagles have scored twice since then on the 2 Jet Walker touchdown runs, one from 10 yards, one from 16. The key play on that drive for me, though, was that pass downfield to Davin Sedgwick. They have 2 elite wide receivers on this Georgetown Eagle team. When you have a sophomore quarterback, he's putting up great numbers. We have 2 experienced receivers like that. It's so nice to have.
Well, 25-7, 10-11 left to play here in the first half. They attempted an onside kick last time. Not going to try that this time, though. Kicks deep to Tanner Namkin. Wind must be behind him this time. Namkin trying to turn upfield and brought down at the, they're going to say forward progress, stopped him at the 16, well, at the 17-yard line. So this would be the worst starting field position for the Patriots. After having a drive begin in opponent's territory, they turned it over on downs last time, looking to get a little more this time.
I've been really impressed with this Georgetown Eagles special teams unit here tonight, and from watching them on tape as well. They do a lot of creative things, and that kick by Mashburn really held up in the air, held up in the wind, allowed their coverage team to get downfield, and Namkin kind of on the designed run up the middle. Took some time to develop, and by the time he got to the middle of the field, tacklers were already there.
Rainey in the backfield, Blair from the gun. 2 wide. They're going to fake the handoff to Rainey. Blair's going to throw this one. Ball's going to be caught, but it's going to be a 2-yard loss. And pass completed to Alejandro Rodriguez. And that makes it 2nd and 12.
Yeah, Blair did well just to get that pass away. The pressure was coming. And he kept his cool, managed to look at the receiver and find him, but not much doing.
The 2nd and 12, ball at the 15. Blair back to throw. He's got time. He's going to take a shot downfield. He's got a man open. It's going to be intercepted. Intercepted by Cole Mitchell. He's going to reverse field and brought down by Keyston Rainey. It was a pass intended for Tanner Namkin. He had him open, just a little underthrown. 2nd interception this half by Ty Blair.
Well, Brian, we said in the first quarter that the ball was sailing a little bit on Ty Blair. The overthrow on the first interception. This time with the wind in his face, the underthrow, and that one's taken away. And that's been a rough start for Ty Blair. 5 for 11, 60 yards, a touchdown and 2 interceptions. Not quite the play we're used to seeing from him.
Not quite the play, but Namkin doing a good job to get open downfield, just a little bit underthrown.
And a really nice tackle from Keyston Rainey there in the open field.
Big open field tackle right there by Keyston Rainey. So Jet Walker already with 2 touchdowns in the half. This drive's going to start at the 22-yard line. Dougal from the gun. Takes a snap. They are going to do a little reverse action here to Warren. Warren trying to get around the outside. Gets the 10 before being brought down from behind by Isaiah Davenport Bell. But able to get the first down all the way to the 8-yard line. And that's Xavier Warren.
Well, we talked about it in the first quarter. That's great pursuit on the outside from Isaiah Davenport Bell. He was linebacker on the far side of the field at the other hash when that play started, read it well, and was able to get over and maybe even save a touchdown.
So 1st and goal now. Dougal from the gun. Sends Warren in motion. Takes a snap. Looking to throw. Trying to set up a screen, and it's going to be a screen to the big fella, and he's going to rumble into the end zone. When I say big fella, that was to Caden Sure, the junior 255-pound offensive lineman, 6'5".
The big man, they moved him from defensive line to offensive line in summer camp. And you know what? I saw him on my stat sheet, and I was wondering if that was a typo that he had a catch earlier this season. Not the case. What a well-designed trick play there.
Junior offensive lineman getting in on the action. Makes the score now 31-7, pending the extra point. The extra point is up, and Mashburn's kick is good. Makes the score now 32-7. Well, things have kind of exploded all of a sudden. There's 8:41 left to go, and the Patriots have found themselves down by a lot.
You know, the Georgetown Eagles are really just making the most of their opportunities, Brian. You know, they haven't turned the ball over. The Patriots, with the 2 interceptions and the turnover on downs, really doesn't feel like the score. 8:48 to go in the first half, and at 32-7 already. You know, we've seen the Eastview Patriots coming from behind the last few weeks, and they have a tall task in front of them tonight.
We have seen them come from behind there, 25 points down. So we have seen them come from behind. As I mentioned earlier in the broadcast, they like to come from behind. You saw them last week. They were able to hang with Cedar Park, coming from behind. They've won their previous 2 contests from behind. So they're not out of this one yet. They just need a couple big plays, get a few stops, and they can come back in this ball game.
Well, here's a big series coming up here for the Patriots. They need to control the ball and not give the Georgetown Eagles a short field again.
It all starts with the first down. And they're going to kick this one. This is a very deep kick. Honeycutt's going to have the one go through the hands in the end zone. He needs to pick up that ball. Now it's going to roll into the end zone. That was dangerous there as the official looked at that one as it just rolled into the back of the end zone. As Honeycutt let that one go right through his fingertips.
Yeah, that was a live ball, Brian. Good call. And it didn't quite get out the back of the end zone until several seconds after Honeycutt was already jogging towards the sideline. So maybe got a bit lucky there. Got to keep your mentality strong here. Need to focus for the Eastview Patriots.
Need to focus. So I think on certain levels of football, I think once the ball just is down in the end zone, it's just a touchback. But I think once you touch it, though, then that's when it gets to be a live ball. 5 wide for Blair. 1st and 10 from the 25-yard line. Blair back to pass. He's going to tuck it in and run. Now he's going to throw it over the middle, and ball's going to be caught. That's going to be McKinnon Thorpe. Good gain there on first down. Gain of 9 yards there on first down to the 34-yard line. I think that's what Blair needs, just a few passes to kind of get his confidence back up, and a few first downs. It all starts with 1 first down. 5 wide again, pretty much the exact same formation. It's 2nd and 2. Blair back to throw, under pressure. He's going to throw it downfield for Thorpe, and it's going to fall incomplete. He had Thorpe open downfield. Now make it 3rd and 2.
Yeah, it's a tough throw there under pressure and on the run. We've seen Blair make that throw plenty of times, and that ball definitely had the zip on it. And we've seen McKinnon Thorpe now. He's got 2 catches tonight, a bigger part of the passing game this evening.
What they do like to know is they're not abandoning their game plan. They are sticking with it. 3rd and 2 this time. Rainey in the backfield. Takes a snap. They're going to hand off to Rainey. Rainey's going to rumble forward, and he's going to fall forward, but he's going to lose a yard on that one. So after the big gain there on first down, they lose a yard, makes it 4th down and 3.
Yeah, that play never really got going. It was number 99, the senior defensive end, Luke Butch on the play.
They're going to keep the offense out there. It's 4th and 3. Got to get to the 35 for a first down. Maybe try to draw them offside. They're 1 for 2 on 4th down tonight. And they are going to pop this one away. Almost blocked, but Blair on the punt. It takes a nice Eastview bounce. And that's going to be down at the 12-yard line. So Blair, a nice little pooch kick there. And gets a nice roll down to the 12.
Yeah, it's a great punt by Ty Blair. And there was pressure coming from the Georgetown Eagles. They saw that the pooch kick was coming. We've seen it, I think, about once every game from the Eastview Patriots and Ty Blair. Ryan Miley does drop back and do a more standard punt formation usually, but they do run that pooch kick, and they sure were ready for it.
They absolutely were ready for it there, but it took a nice roll. So now the Patriots defense has to come up. They need to get a stop. Already trailing by 25. They do receive the second half kickoff. You try to get some points on the board before halftime. Eagles going to have Walker in the backfield, 3 wide. It's man in motion. They're going to hand off Walker. Walker trying to go around the outside. Stiff arms a defender before being pushed out of bounds at the 14-yard line. 2-yard gain there on first down.
Yeah, Sam Arnott was in pursuit there and did a nice job, but also Trey Marshall, the sophomore defensive end, slowed him up a bit. And with no Tyson Ijawoco this evening, it's going to be a big night for Marshall.
So 2nd and 8. Ball at the 14. I get to the 22 for a first down. McDougal takes a snap, back to throw, rolls out of the pocket. There's a hold right there. Not going to call the flag. No flags going to be thrown. And sliding down to the 21-yard line. Looked like there was a hold on that one. I could see you kind of throw your hand up in the air for a second.
Oh, I sure did. And, as a former offensive lineman, I hate to say it, but Caden Shearer, who had the touchdown on the previous drive, it looked like he had a nice handful there on Ty Temples.
So 3rd and 2, make that 3rd and 1. That's what I'm going to call it. The scoreboard says 3rd and 2. It's 3rd and 1. Ball to the 21-yard line. After the slide, Walker in the backfield. Dougal from the gun. Sends Warren in motion. And they're going to do a direct snap to Walker. Walker's got all kinds of room to run into the secondary. He's going to try to shake off a defender, but a great tackle from behind by, looks like that was
Lordy Sapunwu on the tackle.
What I thought it was.
And he got dragged for about the last 7 or 8 yards of that carry. And you really saw the size differential there. We've talked about Jet Walker, 6'2", 215. That's a huge running back at this level.
Oh, my goodness.
Huge. The great D3 running back that I know, Rob Jaskula II, played fullback at that size in college.
My goodness. The great Rob Jaskula II. Like that. McDougal back to pass. All kinds of time, and it's going to fall incomplete. Pass was intended for Jake Melock, and that's to make it 2nd and 10.
5 for 9 so far for McDougal, 95 yards and the touchdown. And he's had a very steady ball game here so far, but that incomplete pass, real nice for the Patriots, 2nd and 10.
If it wasn't for that early 75-yard touchdown pass, I think Jet Walker may actually have more rushing yards than he has passing yards on the season. I may check that at halftime. Walker in the backfield. And they are going to hand it off to him, and gets popped right at the line of scrimmage. They're going to say he lost a yard there. And he did lose a yard. Lost a couple yards on that one, back to the 45-yard line. That's the Patriots' 45-yard line. So it makes it 3rd and 12.
Second time they've had him in 3rd and long in this half, Brian. This is a huge play for the Patriot defense.
Absolutely. 5:30 left to play in the first half. It's 32-7. Patriots trying to get him off the field here. McDougal sends Melock in motion. He's got Walker in the backfield. They're going to fake the handoff to Walker. McDougal's got time to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. He's rolling to his right. He's going to tuck his feet and make the pass, and it's going to be caught. Ball was caught. He's short of the first down, though. The first down, and that was caught by Braylon Westfall, one of the 2 kickers and the punter.
Well, Justin Dominguez-Vasquez had great pressure on McDougal there, but when you have the big defensive end trying to chase him down, McDougal did well to get away, and that was a great catch by Westfall on the sidelines, going down to his knees for it.
Well, you can see the Patriots coaches, they were thinking that one fell incomplete, but it makes it 4th and manageable, and we're seeing
and unsportsmanlike against the Patriots there. And I'm surprised that went against Eastview because Westfall got up and he was making gestures at the Patriot bench, and they must have responded.
They must have responded. There's been a few penalties, some backbreakers. That's another backbreaker for the Patriots. That makes it 1st down at the 21. That's how bad of a penalty that was. It was 4th and 2, and now it's going to be 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line. .437 left to play here in the first half. Sends a man in motion. McDougal takes a snap. He's going to keep it himself. Now he's going to throw one out into the flat. Ball's caught. Tries to make a defender miss. And being brought down inside the 10-yard line. That was number 15. That was Regan Torosian on the reception. Makes it 1st and goal.
Yeah, Regan Torosian has a nice game last week with 3 catches. That's his first look here tonight. Talented receiving core for this Georgetown Eagles team.
Absolutely. They're spreading the ball out nicely. Even getting it to their offensive line. 1st and goal from the 8-yard line. McDougal takes the snap. They're going to hand it off on a jet sweep. It's Warren. Warren's going to waltz into the end zone for a touchdown.
Well, Xavier Warren finds the end zone for the 2nd time here tonight, and we've seen a few times when they've gone to the left that they've had that nice hole, and there was another good seal block by Milok, the tight end, on the left, and that hole was huge.
That hole was huge there. Technically, that counts as a pass, That's a 2nd touchdown pass tonight by Caleb McDougal.
Yeah, he's 7 for 10 tonight and 2 touchdowns. He's having a nice game.
He is indeed having a nice game as Mashburn in to attempt the extra point. It's up, and this one is good. Makes the score now 39-7. Down now by 32. 3:46 left to play here in the half. This is the largest deficit we've seen the Patriots face this season. But we heard Coach Michael Walm before the game started. There was a lot of calm on the sideline. And they're not out of this one. They're never out of it. You never count the Patriots out.
No, and on U.S. Grand Prix weekend, I have to paraphrase the late, great Murray Walker. Anything can happen in a rivalry game, and it usually does. There's a lot of football left to play here tonight.
Absolutely. A lot of football left to be played. And I mentioned earlier, it all starts with a 1st down. And we haven't seen the Patriots get that 1st down yet. They've got positive yards. They just need to get that 1st down. Need to kind of settle things down here a little bit. Maybe get some points going into the halftime. You do receive that 2nd half kickoff. And just kind of try to get yourself back into this one. Get a few stops. They've had chances, had opportunities. Just got to capitalize on the chances that you receive. This team's going to give you some. You just got to take advantage of it when you get that chance. Deep kick. And it's going to be dropped, but picked up. Trying to turn upfield. Ball's on the turf again. And Eagles are saying they have it. And they do. 3rd turnover of the evening. It was Aquarius Mayberry.
Yeah, Aquarius Marbury. He got out. He was trying to break around the edge there, and you could see the ball coming out to the right. He just had that ball a little too casual, didn't tuck it tight. That was a good play by the Eagles, but that was a little too easy to knock that one loose. They fall on it, and again, Brian, 3rd time tonight, they have great field position.
Looks like there's a little bit of miscommunication. You saw Honeycutt kind of point to him and say, "You take this one." He caught it, went through his hands, tried to pick it up and run, and he had a good return until the ball came out. So now the defense has to step back out in the field. They're going to roll out. Ball's going to be caught at the 20-yard line. Gain of 5 there on 1st down. Ball was caught by Reagan Torosian.
Yeah, good pursuit from Sam Arnott there. He's another guy's he's getting better and better as the season goes on. Real nice tackler.
Real nice tackling, too. There's one thing we can take away. There's been a lot of good tackling tonight by this Patriots defense. And have Elijah Callaghan in that running back. And a timeout taken. That's who's taking this timeout. So I think we'll take a timeout with them. We'll be right back. You're watching Eastview Patriots football on Vype Live, listening to the Vype Central Texas High School Football Game of the Week on 102.7 FM ESPN Austin.
Hey high schoolers, are you interested in a career in sports media? Vype can help. Launched in 2017, our Vype U Ambassador Program is a one-of-a-kind educational scholarship program that offers high school students a chance to gain hands-on experience in the sports media field. Vype U also gives students a platform to build their portfolio of creative work under the guidance of Vype's seasoned professionals. From covering games to publishing photos, writing articles, and conducting on-camera interviews, each Vype U ambassador receives an immersive experience geared toward their interests, while promoting their own school and preparing them for their future. Email info@vypemedia.com to find out more about Vype U today.
Back 2nd and 5 here at Berkelback Field. Eagles leading the Patriots 39-7. They're going to hand this one off to Callaghan. Callaghan's got some room to run down inside the 10-yard line. As Jet Walker makes his way to the sideline after 2 touchdowns on the evening.
Yeah, he kind of takes most of their secondary carries. Does Callaghan, 35 carries on the season now, over 200 yards and a couple touchdowns.
1st and goal, ball at the 9-yard line. McDougal from the gun, Callaghan in the backfield. Takes a snap, handoff Callaghan. Trying to come around to that left side. Be brought down at the 1-yard line. Seen the big hole open there on that left side. Makes it 2nd and goal from the 1.
You know, it's the 3rd time we're mentioning his name already, Caden Shearer.
And hand off Callaghan again, and this time he's going to waltz into the end zone for a touchdown. And it has been all Eagles this first half. Score is now 45-7. Eagles over Patriots.
Now Callaghan getting in on the action with the touchdown run. For him now 3 touchdowns on the season.
Mashburn to attempt another extra point. Perfect on extra points tonight. As that one's blocked. It is blocked. It's picked up by the Patriots. Running down the field. He's going to return this one for 2. There are no flags. And that is a 2 points for this Patriots. Especially if that's Isaiah Davenport Bell. A flag comes in late, maybe an unsportsmanlike on the penalty, on the celebration, but that's just what they needed.
Is that the infamous 1-point safety there, Brian? I think it might be because it was on the extra point.
It's not a 1-point safety. That is worth 2 points. I do believe. If you return it all the way, that is worth 2 points. You check the flag, though.
IDB got through straight up the middle on that kick. He was right in front of the holder right when the kick was coming. And Brian, I heard you hitch your call a little bit, which was the right call. He got right there, and IDB just ran away from everybody once he had the football.
Now, there is a flag at midfield, and they're pointing. I'm not sure what the flag would be for. And there's a flag that came in at the end of the play. Check the flag. So I'm not sure if you heard the referee there, but there was a holding call, and that negates it, and it calls it the try is no good. There's no 2 points for the Patriots on that one. Nothing is going their way in this first half. Absolutely nothing. And on top of that, an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty at the end of the play. And just rubbing some salt on the wound there.
No, the try is still no good, but you're right, Brian. Just when it seems like the Patriots got the big play for a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a foothold in this game with 2:15 left in the first half, it's taken away. And, I didn't see the hold because IDB was running away from everybody. It was not needed.
And the flag, I just want to point out, was at midfield. So I don't know where this hold came from. IDB just outran his defender, outran the holder, which is McDougal. So I don't know what happened there, but they don't get the 2 points. The try is no good. That's an interesting call. I've never seen that before. To your point, though, about the 1 point safety, it would have been a 1 point safety if Isaiah Davenport Bell had fumbled the ball. It went into the other team's end zone, and then the Eagles had recovered it in their end zone. Then it would have been 1 point for the Patriots.
Got it.
So
one of the trickier rules. I didn't really expect that to ever come up this season.
It's really rare, but it does happen. So one of the rarest scoring plays in all of football. It's the only way you can have 6-1 on the board. It is the only way. And if you don't believe me, go play Madden right now on extra point, run the ball back. I promise you're going to see it on the scoreboard. I promise you on this one.
You know what, Brian, you talked earlier about that pass interference call on 3rd and 14 that the Patriots gave up, and since then it's been all Eagles. They've scored 5 touchdowns since.
They've scored 5 touchdowns. That penalty, that was the backbreaker. So because of the unsportsmanlike conduct, they're going to kick this one off from the 45-yard line, and this is probably going to be a onside kick as he's doing kind of the watermelon move here, placing on his side. And you have 2 people to kick this one off, so you got to be on high alert here. And it will be an onside kick, and it will be first recovered by the Patriots. Ball came loose momentarily, and they are able to recover it. As who was in on the recovery, that was Evan Johnston on the recovery.
Yeah, the senior defensive back getting his hands on the football for the first time this year. Probably saw his life flash before his eyes there as he bobbled the ball just a little bit, but was able to pull it in before the Eagles defender tried to get in there.
Well, the Patriots, they will receive the second half kickoff. They like to go into half, maybe getting some more points on the board. Trailing by 38. They're going to hand off. Rainey trying to go around, trying to shoot the defender, and going to have no gain there. Actually, he's going to lose yards back to the 35-yard line.
Cooper Wirchin, the senior defensive lineman, or the senior defensive back, with the nice tackle, and it looks like Rainey is a bit shaken up after that.
Maybe a little bit shaken up there.
He has been a bit shaken up earlier this season as well. When I was down on the field talking with Coach Wall in the warm-ups, the Eastview Patriots players all have numbered warm-up shirts that they wear instead of their jerseys or pads. And I didn't see number 3 out there. And I said to Coach Wall, is Keyston playing today? He was standing right in front of me, and he has his last name tattooed on his arm.
Oh, my goodness.
I needed to look about 6 feet to my left, and I would have gotten my answer. 2:02 to play here in the second half, and it's 45-7. Georgetown leads this one. They got the game started with the scoring on the second play from scrimmage. McDougal to Warren, 75 yards for the touchdown. That's the biggest play we've had in this ball game. Then after a Ty Blair interception, a 25-yard field goal from Christopher Mashburn made it 11-0. They went for 2 after the first touchdown. Then Ty Blair found Tanner Nampkin, who had a big return out to the 40-yard line, and then caught a 40-yard touchdown pass. He went over the middle, had to go up high to get it, and then outran 2 defenders. That made it 11-7. And then from there, though, unfortunately, it's been all Georgetown Eagles. Walker from 10 yards, Walker from 16 yards, and then 2 passes from McDougal, one to the big offensive tackle, Scherer, from 7 yards out. Then to Xavier Warren for his second touchdown, the little jet sweep action, but it was the shovel pass forward. That made it 39-7. And just now, it was Callaghan, the backup running back, in from 2 yards out. Isaiah Davenport Bell did block the extra point, though.
Did block the extra point, and I thought he had returned it all the way, but a holding call negated that one. As you see, Rainey, he was shaken up on that one, but he's able to come off the field. Needs a little bit of help, though, to get off this one. Rainey, a very tough competitor. We've seen him push people down, push people around. So he runs very hard. And so I see him getting back up and just a little bit of help off the field, but it appears to be A-OK.
Got to say, Brian, I'm very surprised at what we've seen here tonight. I really thought this was going to be a tight game. I thought the Eastview Patriots were going to surprise some people. Coming into tonight, there are 3 losses by a combined 11 points, and this one maybe not looking so hot here.
Well,
we do a full slate of games here in District 8 of Class 5A, and we'll get to those scores in a minute.
So 2-0-2, and it's still not over yet. They're down by 38 points, but it's been a little one-sided. You are right. We have Honeycutt in the backfield now. And they're going to fake out the Honeycutt, trying to set up a screen to Namkin. Namkin makes a man miss, makes another defender miss, jukes another defender, and brought down after a 12-yard gain there on 2nd and 11.
Well, very hungry play there from Tanner Namkin. He did well to get his hands on that ball, stopped on a dime and reversed field and battled forward to get that first down.
And there's that first down I was talking about. That's their first down in a while. They really did need that one. They're going to fake the handoff. They're going to have the Honeycutt. Ball is loose. Ball's on the ground. It's recovered by the Eagles. Another turnover. That is 4 on the evening. 2 interceptions, 2 fumbles. And not what you wanted. Finally got some positive yards there. Maybe a bit of a delay on the handoff to Honeycutt.
Yeah, you noticed that, Brian, that there was a little bit of confusion in the transfer there. And I don't know if Honeycutt just never really had that one or wasn't expecting to get the ball. With this spread option offense, Ty Blair has to make a lot of decisions, including when to hand the ball off. Honeycutt maybe hasn't had the experience this season coming in for Keyston Rainey and puts the ball on the ground there.
Jet Walker back in at running back. 1:43. Eagles have all their timeouts. Fakes the handoff. Dougal's got time to throw. He's going to throw to the sideline. It's going to fall incomplete. And good defense play there by Manny Williams, able to knock that one loose. Pass was intended for Devin Sedgwick, and that makes it 2nd and 10.
Yes, classic bang-bang play there and some nice cornerback play to close the gap and put the hit on him.
Absolutely good timing on that one. So 2nd and 10, ball's at the Patriots 46-yard line. 4 wide. Takes a snap. They're going to hand off to Walker. Walker's going to rumble forward before being gang tackled down around the 42-yard line. Makes it 3rd and long.
You know, Jet Walker does have 2 touchdowns here in the first half, but he's been bottled up more times than not by this Patriot run defense. They're playing well.
They are definitely playing well. One thing to say about this Patriots defense is they do tackle very well. Once they get a guy wrapped up, usually they bring him down.
No, and they're good in these short field situations as well.
They are definitely good in these short field situations. 3rd and 6 on the 42. Got to get to the 36 for a first down. Ujugal by himself. Back to throw. He's under pressure, and he's going to be brought down in the backfield. 2nd sack of the evening for this Patriots defense, and it was Jacob Vasquez.
Well, we saw in the previous series, Brian, Jacob Vasquez trying to chase him out of the pocket. This time he gets home. Big sack, 4th down, probably a punting situation here. Clock is running, though.
Clock is running. The play clock is about 2 seconds ahead of the game clock, so they have to snap it at least once. The Patriots do have a couple timeouts, but I think they're just wanting to take this one to the locker room. They need to kind of look at some game film here and kind of decide what they're going to do. Well, as we bring it towards halftime, we will bring you the band for the Patriots, as I think they're going to let this clock run down to 0 digits. We'll bring you the band at halftime. The Patriots have things kind of turned sideways on them. They trail by 38. The score is 47-5. Well, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be back with the band. You're watching Eastview Patriots football on Vype Live and listening to the Vype Central Texas High School Football Game of the Week on 102.7 FM ESPN Austin.
What is Vype Live? Vype Live is one of the largest and most respected broadcast and live stream networks in the state of Texas. Vype Live broadcasts any sport you can think of for youngsters of any age, from Pee Wee and Pop Warner to high school, club, college, semi-pro, and beyond. We also broadcast plenty of academic, fine arts, and community-related events as well, and now as partners with Flow Sports. Email us at info@vypemedia.com to find out more. Vype Live. We bring your teams to you.
You may be wondering why I'm still talking here. I'm Brian Reed again. They took a delay of game penalty on that. I mentioned that the play clock was 2 seconds ahead of the game clock, and the game clock had triple zeros on it. And they decided, and they let it run to 0. Both teams headed towards the locker room, and they threw a delay game penalty. So they're going to have to run a play.
I think he's just going to run around for a few seconds and then fall on the ball here.
Maybe so. Xavier Warren, and that's exactly what they're going to do. McDougal's going to take a few steps back, take a knee, and now we are going to go to halftime. So once again, they trail by 38. Scores 45-7. We'll bring you the Eastview Band, and we'll take a break. You're watching Eastview Patriots football on Vype Live and listening to the Vype Central Texas High School football game of the week on 102.7 FM ESPN Austin. We'll be back.
Hey high schoolers, are you interested in a career in sports media? Vype can help. Launched in 2017, our Vype U Ambassador Program is a one-of-a-kind educational scholarship program that offers high school students a chance to gain hands-on experience in the sports media field. Vype U also gives students a platform to build their portfolio of creative work under the guidance of Vype's seasoned professionals. From covering games to publishing photos, writing articles, and conducting on-camera interviews, each Vype U ambassador receives an immersive experience geared toward their interests while promoting their own school and preparing them for their future. Email info@vypemedia.com to find out more about Vype U today.
Halftime here at Birkelbach Field at the Georgetown Independent School District Athletic Complex. Rob Jaskula with Brian Reed, Coach Les Cleary in our Beaumont studios. And, of course, we welcome you who are listening on 102.7 FM ESPN Austin. Well, unfortunately, this ball game has been all Georgetown Eagles, and it started on the second play from scrimmage. Caleb McDougal, the talented sophomore, found Xavier Warren from 75 yards out to open the scoring. They went for 2 and got it. And following a Ty Blair interception 3 minutes later, they made it 11-0. The Patriot defense held. It was a 25-yard field goal from Christopher Mashburn. The Patriots then got on the board with their only score of the game following the big kickoff return from Tanner Namkin. It was Ty Blair finding Namkin from 40 yards out. He had a lot of work to do. Went up well to catch the ball in the first place. Then had to outrun 2 defenders to the pylon and reach for the end zone, but he did indeed get it. That made it 11-7 deep in the first quarter, and we sure thought we had a ball game on our hands. And then after the Patriots forced a 3rd and 14 on the next series for the Georgetown Eagles, a big pass interference penalty on 3rd down gave the Eagles the conversion, gave them 15 yards, and they capped off that drive with the talented Jet Walker in from 10 yards out. That made it 18-7. Early in the second quarter, just under 2 minutes in, it was Walker stretching the lead out to 25-7. He was in from 16 yards out. The Eagles made it 32-7. Caleb McDougal with his second touchdown pass of the night, and that one went to the offensive tackle, Caden Shearer, on a bit of a trick play. He was in as the eligible receiver. They ran what more looked like a standard running back screen pass with him, and he was able to get in from 7 yards out. That made it 32-7. McDougal then found Xavier Warren just on a little jet sweep shovel pass from 9 yards out, his 3rd touchdown pass of the night. That made it 39-7. And our last score here just before halftime, it was the backup running back Callaghan from 2 yards out. That made it 45-7. Isaiah Davenport Bell blocked the extra point for the Patriots, ran it all the way back for the safety, but because of a penalty on the play, they were not able to get the points. That's brought us to halftime. As we prepare for the bands, we hope you enjoy the show. You're listening to Eastview Patriots football on Vype Live and listening to the Vype Central Texas High School Game of the Week on 102.7 FM ESPN Austin.
Vype Band directors Chase Ramsey, Brent Poindexter, and Andrew Blesinger. Color guard directors Luis Flores, Salem Miles, and associate staff members Reed Legrecki, Alejandro Gonzalez, and Ryan Webb. The Eastview Band is sponsored by Cody Poole, Deanna Nansen Olsen of Philanthropic Fund, Devil Dave, Willie's Grill and Ice House, Bachman House, EJL Construction, Getting Past the Static Records, Black Fundraisers of Texas. The Eastview Band would like to wish the best of luck to our friends at Georgetown, and we wish them much success in their season. EVHS will continue to remove props from the field, and please join GHS on the back hash on the field. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Eastview Sparklers and the GHS Georgia. The Sparkler of the Week is Gretchen Jorgensen. The Georgia Social Butterfly is Tammy Bailey. The Sparkler officers are Sophomore Lieutenant Ella Johnson, Sophomore Lieutenant Alyssa Galini, Junior Lieutenant Brooklyn Winslow, and the Sparkler Captain is Tristan Arellano. The Georgette officers are Lieutenant Ella Lishka, Lieutenant Trinity Eason, Lieutenant Maddie Skillman, and the Georgette Captain Ms. Abby Hall. The Sparkler socials are Kayla Bailey and Grace Whiting. Georgette socials are Alvin Jones, JJ Rosarelli, and Brenda McLean. Sparkler's managers are Lorelei Hall and Alyssa Holton. The Georgette's managers are Sherry Hecker, Haley Wally, and Mackenzie Sloan. And now, watch the Sparklers at Georgette as they perform the featured sister palm routine to Barbie Girl. ladies and gentlemen. The Sparklers are under the direction of Michaela Short, assisted by April Pena. The Georgettes are under the direction of Mrs. Crystal Rockley. The Eagle Band is led on the field by drum majors Nathan Akers, Zoe Christie, and Ian McAllister. Your 2024-2025 color guard captain is Anna Cohn. Lieutenant is Shaylin Walsh, and Sergeant is Lily Eden. Brass caption head is Ian McAllister. Woodwind caption head is Izzy Vester. Percussion caption head is Adeline Jansen. The Georgetown High School Eagle Marching Band and Color Guard are now joined by a very special group of people. Please give a big GHS welcome to our future Eagle Band members from Benold and Forbes Middle School. Please enjoy our GHS, Benold, Middle Shop, Land of the Falcon Dances, and the GHS Fight Song. Directors of the Georgetown High School Eagle Marching Band are Justin Smith and Amy Bennett. Director of Percussion is Jed Leach. Director of Color Guard is Louise Wood. Directors of the Heroic Band are Christina Leach and Zach Cheatham. Directors of the Chorus Band are Brett Poteet and Patricia Ragland. The Patriot Band, Sparklers, Eagle Band, and Georgette would like to thank our Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Devin Hatteville, and the principals of Eastview High School and Georgetown High School, Mr. Alfonso Longoria and Mr. Brian Johnson. We would also like to thank our fabulous Fine Arts Department staff. The Director of Fine Arts for GISD is Mrs. Carol Watson. Administrative Assistant for Fine Arts is Amy Holmes. And Fine Arts Secretary is Gretchen Parker.
Hello everyone, I'm Brian Johnson, principal of Georgetown High School. Also, we're the principal of Eastview High School. And I'm Brett Mitchell, principal of our generous friends and Football Way, and partner with GISD to be able to
Halftime here at the Georgetown Independent School District Athletic Complex's Birkelbach Field. I'm Rob Jaskula, here with play-by-play commentator Brian Reed. Coach Les Cleary is in our Beaumont studio. And Brian, I think, well, this one kind of got away from the Patriots there in the first half. I thought this was going to be a much closer game than it is.
It absolutely got away from them there. They've had a couple of key turnovers. We've kind of beaten the ground that pass interference on that 3rd and 12, and since then it's been kind of just the snowball rolling down the hill. It just keeps on building and building and building. The Patriots, they do get the second half kickoff to start, and they're down by 38. They have lived from behind. This is a large comeback, and they have a lot of work they have to do. But, you know, it just starts with just getting a first down, completing some passes, moving the ball, getting the end zone, and trying to get some stops. They've had plenty of opportunities to get them off the field. They've had plenty of opportunities to move the football. They just have to take advantage of what they have and just take advantage, move that football, and you just never know in these rivalry games. You just never know.
Exactly. This Battle of Georgetown, we expected it to be a great atmosphere, and it has been. We hope you enjoyed the shows from these Georgetown bands. A lot of folks, I'm sure, that know each other on both sides of those, just like the players know each other on both sides of this ball game. It is 45-7 as we prepare for the second half kickoff. Full slate of games in District 8 of Class 5A, and you know, it's moving day here in the district. Just underway in the third quarter. Cedar Park Timberwolves, who were here last week, they're at the Glen Grizzlies. That one all knotted up at 21. That Glen Grizzlies slot T offense, always tough to play against. In a game of 2 4-2 teams, a couple teams looking to move up in the standings, vying for these playoff spots. Lake Belton leads Leander 20-15. That one is at halftime. And in a battle of the 2 and 4 teams, up in Killeen, the Rouse Raiders lead the Chaparral Bobcats 46-0. And Brian, we will see the Chaparral Bobcats here next Friday, 7 p.m. here in Georgetown. And well, we're not quite looking ahead yet, but that's going to be a big one.
That will be a big one. And just as a reminder, if you're listening to this one on 102.7 on ESPN Austin, we are on a tape delay, so that's why those scores are what they are. We're recording this on a Friday night, so this game will be tape delayed on tomorrow at 6 p.m. And just as a quick note for the people on the ESPN side, I'd like to give a shout out to Mark Caesar, the program director, Chuck Lush, and Brian Reed, spelled with an I, is the engineer for tonight's broadcast on the ESPN side of things. I saw that, and I've never seen it happen before. So I want to give a special shout out to Mr. Brian Reed. Hope you're listening.
Oh, that absolutely cracked me up. I texted you right away when I saw that. And, you know, in my head I was saying Brian Reed and Brian Reed. Those are different names. You know.
Two different people. Yeah, I've never seen that before. I've seen Ryan Reed, not Brian Reed again. So that's the first for me. So that was a lot of fun there. And also shout out to Les Cleary, who is providing us quality assurance. We have less problems with Les Cleary.
Do love that's my second week in a row working with Coach Les. I was doing the Bowie Bulldogs last week in the Dripping Springs Tigers, and Coach Les helped us make sure that broadcast was top tier. Really enjoyed working with our Vype colleague Stephen Foster on that one.
Absolutely. I've done a lot of games with Les. I've been doing this since 2018, and I've worked with Les a lot, and so you're very familiar with each other. As they're about set, get ready with the second half here. The Eagles lead the Patriots 45-7. They've had a little bit of trouble on the kickoff. This was a fumble on one of the kickoffs earlier. They almost recovered a short onside kick. So it's going to be important to just come down with this one and make sure the next play is you on offense.
Yeah, 4 turnovers in the first half, Brian. Patriots have to take care of the football if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely. Mashburn, long kick. Honeycutt's going to field it at the 5-yard line. Going to turn upfield and brought down right around the 23-yard line.
Blake Honeycutt does have one of those fumbles here tonight. 2 interceptions by Ty Blair, 2 fumbles by other Patriots players. And you really saw he had 2 hands on that football, Brian.
Absolutely.
He had that well covered up.
And one thing to note is that the Patriots receivers have gotten open. We've seen a couple times where they've been open downfield and they just can't quite hook up. Maybe just a little bit of adrenaline, a little bit of excitement. It can be a little difficult to kind of just calm your nerves, set your feet, and try to make a good throw. And that's what Ty Blair needs to do, is just calm himself down. You got a long way to go, but it all starts with just a completed pass here, just some positive yards. He'll have 4 wide. Honeycutt in the backfield. They're going to have Honeycutt. He's got some room to run. Makes a man miss. And brought down after an 11-yard gain there at first down. That's just what the Patriots needed.
Yeah, real nice start to the second half. And, Brian, don't discount the wind. It is blowing even stronger now here in the second half and is in Ty Blair's face now.
Absolutely, and that's something to take advantage of. Ball to the 36-yard line, trying to ask for the snap. They're going to hand off to Honeycutt. He's going to move his feet forward and gain positive yards. 2-yard gain there to the 39-yard line.
Nice patient running there by Blake Honeycutt. And, well, it's a big half here for Ty Blair. He was only 8 of 17 for 93 yards in the first half, a touchdown and 2 interceptions. He's going to be key if the Patriots are going to get back in this one.
Absolutely. He was key. One of the keys to why they were back in the game against Cedar Park last week, and he's going to be key to this one. So after the gain of 2, make it 2nd and 8. Blair back to throw. He's going to throw it in the flat. Ball's going to be caught, pushed out of bounds. And that was Seth DeMall on the reception, pushed out at the 44-yard line, makes it 3rd and 2.
Yeah, Seth DeMell's a nice big target, and seeing him working his way into the passing game a little bit more the last few weeks for Ty Blair. That's his 3rd catch of the season now.
So 3rd and 2, Honeycutt in the backfield is going to have 3 wide. Blair from the gun, takes a snap. They're going to fake it out to Honeycutt, throw it out in the flat. Ball's going to be caught, enough for a first down, out to right at midfield. Catch is made by Alejandro Rodriguez. And that's a first down for the Patriots.
Yeah, that's his 2nd catch of the night, working his way into this passing game. And that was a nice job by Blair on the check down. He wanted Namkin on the slant. He was well covered.
Yeah. Just take what the defense is giving you and pick up those positive yards. I'm going to say actually he's just short of midfield at the 49-yard line. So 1st and 10 from their own 49. 4 wide. Honeycutt in the backfield. Sends Honeycutt in motion. Takes a snap. Blair's going to tuck it in and run. He's got some room to run. He's got a first down. He gets a block. He's at the 30-yard line at the 20, let's call it the 22-yard line. So a big run there by Ty Blair, and good job holding on to the football.
You know, we talked about this spread option offense that the Eastview Patriots run. Ty Blair has to make a lot of decisions, and with that pre-snap motion, we saw the junior linebacker, Tennyson Dean, breaking out towards the far side, and that's exactly where Blair ran over left tackle.
4 wide. Honeycutt in the backfield. Looks like they may have jumped. They did not jump. No flag. They're going to swallow that flag up. Hand off Honeycutt. He's going to lose a couple on that one.
Nothing really going there on that play for the Patriots. That's a few times tonight that this Georgetown Eagle defensive line has been effective. You know, they've got a lot of size on this team. That was the 250-pound defensive tackle, Luke Butch, the first man in.
2nd down and 12. They are on the 24-yard line. This is the first time since the first half, the first quarter, I believe, that they have gotten into opponent's territory and gotten into the red zone. Might get some points out of this one. Blair takes a snap, fakes the handoff. He's under heavy pressure. He's going to throw that one. Intended for intended for Honeycutt, excuse me. And that's going to fall incomplete. You can see, well, you can't see if you're listening on the radio, but the head coach, Chuck Griffin, was calling for an intentional grounding, but Honeycutt was in the area.
Yeah, I didn't even think that was really that close to an intentional grounding, to be honest with you, Brian. But Blair did well to even get that pass away. Georgetown runs a 4-3 look, and they brought 2 linebackers up the middle there.
So 4 wide, similar formation as the last time. Honeycutt in the backfield. Play clock at 10. This is 3rd and 12. They have to get to the 12-yard line for a first down. Blair takes a snap, fakes the handoff. Under heavy pressure, he's going to go down. All the way back at the 32-yard line. Has an 8-yard loss there on 3rd down.
And, it's going to push them out of field goal range for Aaron Reyes. He made the 43-yard field goal last week, but that really was about the edge of his range. And
especially into this win.
Yeah. And, the Georgetown Eagles showed the exact same blitz package. They brought the house. They were showing like they were going to, and they all came again and got to Blair that time.
4th and 20. They're at the 32. They got to get to the 12 for the first down. A long way to go. And timeout. Play taken by Eastview.
Well, can't blame them there, Brian. This is a huge play in the ball game. This 4th and 20, we'll call it. They got nearly to the red zone on this possession, but just going backwards the last few plays.
Absolutely, just going backwards. And there's a lot of positive things to say about this drive. They've had the quick passes. They're able to get upfield, but on these last few plays, you've seen that the Eagles able to get into the backfield. They're able to rush those linebackers, and just had no time to really set his feet and throw. On that sack, he was under duress as soon as he faked that handoff. So,
well, you're right, Brian. But up to this point, as you said, this was exactly what the Patriots needed. Was a nice methodical drive getting downfield. Just over 3 minutes into the second half, and down 45-7. Boy, points here are, well, pretty much a must, so I'm not surprised to see the timeout taken here.
I think if I decide what kind of play they want to run.
No, you need your best big yardage play here.
You need whatever gets you 20 yards. The play that gets you 20 yards. You have that play in the playbook? I'm sure they do. And we've seen them have that run that play. We've seen them pick up those big yards. So they're going to have 4 wide. Blair back to throw. Rolling out of the pocket. Makes a man miss. Steps up. He's going to tuck it in and run. He's going to try to turn upfield at the 20-yard line. And he got close, but he's not going to get there. He's down at the 18. He's going to be just 5 yards short of that first down. He gains 15, and that's another turnover on downs.
You know what, Brian? That nearly matched the Eastview Patriots' total in rushing in the first half. They only had 17 total rushing yards in the first 2 quarters, and Blair did well there. Georgetown only brought 3 rushers. They had the dime package out, and like the full prevent and the game look. They still had pressure on Blair. He did well to roll out and had a lot of running room, but really the Georgetown Eagles were able to swarm.
Promising drive comes up empty-handed. They're able to get into the red zone. But turnover on downs. So the Eagles are going to take over at the 18-yard line. Jiggle back to throw. Throws a quick pass, makes a man miss, and rumbles forward to the 35-yard line, enough for a first down.
Yeah, Max Munoz, the senior wide receiver, with his first grab of the night.
And already quickly back to the line. Not wasting a lot of time here. McDougal is going to fake the handoff to Walker. Throws over the middle. Pass intended for Davin Sedgwick. It's going to fall incomplete, make it 2nd and 10.
Yeah, 10-17 now for McDougal on the night. 161 yards and 2 touchdowns. He's having a nice ball game.
He's indeed having a nice ball game. 2nd and 10, 8-11 left to play here in the third quarter. Was 4 wide, sends a man in motion. They're going to pitch it to Walker. Walker trying to find his blockers, and a great tackle right there. And the first contact was Isaiah Davenport-Bell, IDB. That makes it 3rd and 9.
Yeah, we had a great look at that from our broadcast position here at the GISD Athletic Complex. with the Eagles moving right to left across your screen here in this third quarter. And we just saw IDB fill the hole, squared his shoulders, and made a nice tackle.
And we're in the visitor side this time. Usually we're on the opposite end, but that's where the Georgetown people are hanging out. So 3rd and 9. The Patriots have yet to stop them. McDougal back to throw. Ball's over the middle, and he ran into the referee, but he's still able to come up with a reception. That's Sedgwick.
Huh.
I've never seen that before.
No, me either.
Not once.
I can't believe he held on to the football there.
That's stunning.
Yeah, he ran right into the umpire and was able to pull the ball into his hip there. And, well, running into the official there stopped his momentum. He was able to cut back for extra yards after the catch, too.
Officials, just another part of the field. A unbelievable awareness there by Sedgwick. And that's a first down all the way to the 44-yard line, 46-yard line, I should say. So 1st and 10. McDougal takes a snap. Handoff, no fake handoff to Walker. Throws over the middle. Ball is caught by Sedgwick. Great catch right there, having to make a full extension almost with his hands, and then able to pick up some more yards after that.
Yeah, he absolutely threaded the needle on that throw, Brian. Great toss over the middle on the post route. It looked like these few Patriots had some defenders there, but McDougal able to put it where only the receiver, Sedgwick, could get it. Now he's heating up, part of this real two-headed monster they have at wideout.
So into opponent's territory at the Patriots' 34-yard line. Now Callaghan and Walker in the backfield. They're going to hand off Walker. Walker bounces off the line, makes a man miss, and falls forward for a gain of 9 to the 26-yard line.
Yeah, it's Jet Walker's first carry of the second half, Brian, 6 minutes into the third quarter. In the first half, he had 16 carries for 100 yards and 2 touchdowns. And what's crazy is that's under his usual averages. The Patriots held him up pretty well.
Yeah, they've held him up pretty well. He does have a couple touchdowns on the night. And now they're going to have him all by him. They're going to have McDougal all by himself. Walker out there playing wide receiver. 2nd and 1, McDougal throws it to Sedgwick. Sedgwick with the reception, trying to follow some blockers, trying to set up a screen, and a nice tackle there out to the 20-yard line. It's enough for a first down.
Sedgwick very patient there after he caught the ball, waiting for his blockers to get out to his left. Caden Scherer showing off the speed and getting into the open field to set up the positive yardage on the screen. And here they are knocking on the door of the red zone again.
They're knocking on the door of the red zone. It is going to be 1st and 10 from the 20. Walker in the backfield with McDougal. Like I said, Warren in motion. They're going to hand off Walker. Walker bounces off the tacklers, trying to get around the corner. Walker's going to have the corner. He's going to have the end zone. 3rd touchdown of the evening for Jet Walker. We talked about at halftime that these Eagles offense has more rushing yards on the season than they do passing yards as a team.
Yeah, in the first half, Brian, they had 163 total rushing yards to 146 passing yards. I'm going to have to do some math here when we take our next break.
So we have yet to see. I don't believe what we have. They have. I believe that the. And actually, no, that is a second time tonight. They blocked the kick. They have blocked the kick. This time doesn't get returned for 2 points like it should have been. Instead, they just block it. So that is the second time tonight that Christopher Mashburn has missed an extra point. And I like seeing that because it shows they still got a lot of heart there. They're still playing really hard and trying to get that blocked extra point.
Yeah, it looked like Grady Dickerson was the one that got the hand in there this time. But we also saw IDB. Isaiah Davenport-Bell was also in the backfield already looking to block that kick. 51-7 with 5:02 to play in the third quarter. And, you know, as you said, Brian, the boys are still playing hard. There's still a lot to play for this season, too. 4 teams make the playoffs out of this 8-team district. There's still 3 games left after this.
Still 3 games left. We're hosting Chaparral next week. We'll have that game here on Vype Live. So I do hope you tune in for that one.
Jet Walker now 18 carries for 128 yards and 3 touchdowns. And like you said, the scary thing is that's well under his season average.
His well under season average. And I think even scarier is he's only a junior. He's still got one more year left to go.
No, and he was just invited to the University of Texas Longhorns last game, too. He's getting looks from some of the best programs in the country, and we can see why.
Well, I definitely can see why. Not a lot of distance. Fielded inside the 5-yard line. It's Honeycutt. Tries to turn upfield. Rumbles forward, but able to get past the 20 to the 23-yard line. It was a promising drive for the Patriots last time out, but they came up empty-handed, turning it over on downs. Trying to look to continue what worked positively and try to get some points out of this one. 4:56 left to play here in the third.
Yeah, 51-7 ball game here, Brian, and the Patriots have turned the ball over twice on downs in Eagle territory, and a couple of those in the first half. That was a big turning point in the game, I thought, as well. They really need to take care of the football here and just go right back to work.
Just go right back to work and just kind of don't abandon your game plan. 5 wide. It's going to be an empty set for Blair. Blair back to throw. He's going to tuck it in and run, actually. Tries to follow his blockers. Makes one man miss. Gets around the corner. Get to 30, 35. And that's going to be a 12-yard gain there. Enough for a first down.
Yeah, some nice blocking there by the Patriot offensive line. Justin Dominguez-Vasquez getting out on the corner, and the big right tackle, Joshua Claypool, doing well as well.
We haven't actually seen a lot of Ty Blair running the football, too. He's only done a design run a couple of times. Blair takes the snap, looking to throw. He's under pressure. He's going to tuck in and run this time and just take what the defense gives him. And then defense gives him 1 yard out to the 36.
Yeah, you make a good point there, Brian. He had 115 yards rushing and 2 touchdowns last week. He's really been bottled up in the rushing attack. This is the most effective the Patriots have been running the football all night, though, here in the third quarter.
4 wide. Honeycutt in the backfield. 2nd down and 9. Ball to the 36. Fakes the handoff. And a throw to Namkin, and a high pass, but Namkin able to come down with it and swallowed up at the 42-yard line.
Seth Warren, the senior linebacker, had eyes on that ball. He jumped as high as he could to try and intercept that one. But Ty Blair, the talented quarterback, able to drop it right over him and into the hands of Namkin.
So another 3rd down. It's going to be 3rd and it looks like 3. We'll have 3 wide. And Blair's going to take it himself up the middle into the secondary. He's got the first down. He's past midfield and down at the 47-yard line of the Eagles.
Well, looking very effective on this drive, Ty Blair running the football. And like you said, Brian, maybe that was something they could have looked towards more in the first half, but really got bottled up by the Eagles.
He was getting bottled up. He had no time to throw the football, which meant he really had no time to run the football, too. 4 wide, Honeycutt in the backfield. He's going to send a man in motion and try to jump that snap count. Blair, flag comes in, and the ball is tipped but falls incomplete. Pass, it's like it was intended for McKinnon Thorpe.
Yeah, Thorpe having a nice ball game here tonight. And, that flag came in kind of late. I think it was offsides. Yep.
It was offside. They were trying to time that snap count and didn't quite time it right. So
guilty party, the junior linebacker Cole Mitchell, and that's only the 2nd penalty, 4 yards tonight.
I was just about to say, it's only been a couple. So 1st and 5 now. Ball will be spotted at the 42-yard line. Blair takes the snap. He's going to tuck it in and run. He's in the secondary. He's got the first down. He's past the 35-yard line and brought down at the 32.
Blair with the run.
It's a lot more. I'm not sure if they're designed runs or Blair's just trying to call his own number.
Well, we're seeing Georgetown showing blitz and bringing the pressure here, and they're not disguising it at all. And smart decision by Blair there again, just to call his own number and run right past the defenders.
It's sometimes the best thing to do at a blitz is just try to run right past it. Blair's going to have 3 to his left, 1 to his right. Honeycutt in the backfield. Takes the snap, looking to throw, tries to evade pressure, and he's not going to get out of this one. Brought down well in the backfield. I believe that was Jesse Espinoza on the sack.
By number 36.
And he's brought down all the way back at the 43-yard line, so a huge loss there.
A huge loss, a very effective play there by Espinoza. Credit where it's due. He did a very nice job getting in the backfield and holding on to Blair and bringing him down. We know how tricky Ty Blair can be with his legs, and he wrapped up tight.
We've already seen it a few times tonight. 2:55 left to play here in the third. Second down and 20. They're going to send Namkin in motion. Blair back to throw, under pressure, trying to set up a screen, and it's going to be caught. He's got blockers in front, and it's going to be brought down to the 35-yard line, and that was caught by Honeycutt. And that's going to make it now 3rd and 13. Gain of 7.
Well, definitely a little more manageable now for the Patriots after that completion. And I've been waiting for the screen pass to happen. With all this blitz the Eagles are showing and bringing, that's been there for them.
It has been there for them, and I've been waiting for that. They've kind of teased it a few times. 2:15 clock moving here in the third quarter. Blair from the gun. Takes the handoff. He's under pressure. He's going to throw it, and a miscommunication there maybe by Namkin as he turned upfield, and I think he wanted that one to go behind him.
Yeah, Jihad Abdenur was trying to look that one in. He was the only man in the area for the Georgetown Eagles. Namkin broke out. He was running the hitch and go, and Blair threw the hitch.
And Blair threw the hitch. That's what he wanted. So they're going to go for it again on 4th down. Once again, more positive yards they've had, and they get in this end of the field, and they can't move the football. Let's see what they do here. Last time they got 15 yards there in 4th down. Blair's going to call his own number. It's going to run right in, though, into the Eagles' defense, being pushed out of bounds at the 30-yard line. And it's another turnover on downs.
That's 3 tonight for the Patriots, Brian, all pretty deep in Eagle territory. A game that's not really going their way, down 51-7 with under 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. It's kind of just been one of those nights. And Blair pulled that one down quickly. I think that was a decision there from the start.
I think so. That was a decision to run the football. We push out the 30. And if I could just say, everything that had gone right for the Patriots this season, it's just hasn't worked out this game. Ty Blair running the football. They've been actually, statistically on the season, they were really good on 4th down. They were had a higher success rate on 4th down than I think most teams have, and they've only converted once during this ball game, so it just hasn't gone their way. Hand off to Callaghan. He's going to rumble forward for a 5-yard gain there, all the way to 35.
Yeah, Callaghan's already gotten in the end zone here tonight, and now with this game pretty well in control for the Georgetown Eagles, I wouldn't be surprised to see him continue to get the bulk of the carries. Jet Walker with another 100 yards and 3 touchdowns. Why risk it?
Yeah, why risk it at this point? McDougal, though, still in there. McDougal takes the snap. They're going to hand off to Callaghan, and he's going to have the first down to the 40-yard line.
He sure is a hungry runner there, Brian, getting his playing time, and he's making the most of it, falling forward every time, trying to break through tackles. He's not a big running back like Jet Walker is, but running just as hard.
And actually, they're going to say it was like a 4.5-yard gain there, so it's 3rd and inches. It's like the chain gang guy that holds that down marker is standing right on that first down line. Less than a minute left to go here in the third quarter. Heads a man in motion. They're going to hand off Callaghan. Now he's going to have the first down to the 44-yard line.
Well, with the big lead, I'm sure we're going to see a steady dose of the run game here as we finish the last 13 minutes or so of this ball game. There's a 4-second difference between the game clock and the play clock, so they are going to have to snap it one more time here.
One more time in the third quarter. Believe that the Eagles have scored on essentially every time they've had the football tonight. And now they're going to hand this one off. It's not to Callaghan. That is to number 20. That's to Luke Livingston. And he gains 4 yards, 5 yards there on first down.
Yeah, I think we're going to see some of the reserves starting to come into the game here for the Georgetown Eagles as the third quarter expires. There was only one scorer in this quarter, so probably the best it's gone for the Eastview Patriots here tonight. But unfortunately, they came into this quarter down 45-7. It's now 51-7.
Yeah, it just hasn't really gone their way. But we'll take a quick break. We'll be back at the start of the fourth quarter. You're watching Eastview Patriots football on Vype Live and listening to the Vype Central Texas High School Football Game of the Week on 102.7 FM ESPN Austin.
Hey high schoolers, are you interested in a career in sports media? Vype can help. Launched in 2017, our Vype U Ambassador Program is a one-of-a-kind educational scholarship program that offers high school students a chance to gain hands-on experience in the sports media field. Vype U also gives students a platform to build their portfolio of creative work under the guidance of Vype's seasoned professionals. From covering games to publishing photos, writing articles, and conducting on-camera interviews, each Vype U ambassador receives an immersive experience geared toward their interests while promoting their own school and preparing them for their future. Email info@vypemedia.com to find out more about Vype U today.
Start of the fourth quarter here at Birkelbach Field at the Georgetown ISD Athletic Complex. Brian Reed joined alongside Rob Jaskula. As we begin the fourth, of the Patriots trailing 51-7 to the Georgetown Eagles. It just hasn't gone their way tonight as we get a whistle before the first snap happens to the fourth. Now we're going to get things started. It's 2nd and 6, ball at the 49-yard line. As takes a snap, handoff, runs right into the defenders. They're going to lose a couple. Actually, lose 1 yard on that one. It was a handoff to Livingston. Junior running back, 5'9", 165 pounds.
Yeah, Trey Marshall with a nice tackle there. He's having to come in tonight in place of Tyson Ushawoko, getting probably his most extended playing time of the season here tonight. And he's got about 3 or 4 tackles, all for short gains.
So I'll make it now 3rd and 6. We'll call it 3rd and 7. That's what it looks like to me. Livingston in the backfield. And McDougal takes a snap, looking to throw. He's got all kinds of room to run. He's trying to get to that corner, trying to get to that first down, and they're going to spot him just a couple yards short.
Isaiah Davenport-Bell with another long run to get there, and you could see him closing from about the center of the field, and now the Eagles moving left to right across your screen, so that's on the far side. Looked like he got him out about 2 yards short, and that's where they do spot him.
I like watching Isaiah Davenport-Bell play football. He just plays hard on every play. He always makes a big effort. When he could be 10 yards away from the football, and then just like that, you'll see him right next to it. So I like watching him play. And I think this is the first time they've gotten to 4th down, but they weren't in the red zone. They might be going for it here as the Eagles are going to take their first time out of the ball game.
Yeah, IDB, a guy, he's averaging over 10 tackles per game and starting to get some looks from the college scouts, but I'm really surprised that, he hasn't had a whole lot more recruiting interest in some of the bigger names in the game. He's an impressive player, and he looks good every week, especially with that sideline-to-sideline speed, which is so rare.
That's definitely something to do. And like I said, he's just a big effort guy. He's just always next to the football. If you don't think he has to be next to the ball, he's always going to be sprinting downfield trying to get that ball. So, yeah, you're right. I'm a little surprised not a lot of people have looked at him, but, he's just a guy that makes a big play and tries to make an effort every time.
Yeah, and he came into this ball game with 12 tackles for loss and 5 sacks. So he's no stranger to getting in the backfield either. It's not just east-west.
Absolutely. And I'm going to say he got that two-point return on the block kick. It doesn't say on the scoreboard, but he got it in my heart.
Yeah, and he was pulling away from everybody, too.
Oh, yeah, he's fast, too. So McDougal in at quarterback. It's 4th and 2. And they are going to fake the handoff, throw over the middle. Ball's going to fall incomplete, intended for Sedgwick. And for the first time tonight, the Eagles do not score on one of their drives, and they turn it over on downs. So a big win there for the Patriots defense.
Jelani Culpepper in coverage there for the Patriots. It looked like the ball was there. It was just a little bobble from Sedgwick, and that was enough for Culpepper to get his hands on him and knock him a little bit, and that jarred the ball loose completely. Turnover on downs. Nice to see the Patriot defense get a stop. They've had a tough time here tonight, but they are playing hard. I don't know if the score is indicative of their level of play.
Absolutely. I 100% agree with you there, Rob. They played very well this whole season, and I think they played much better in this game than the scoreboard will dictate. They've got a jump there, no flag. Blair back in the pocket, looking to throw. He's going to set his feet. He's got Namkin open. He's going to overthrow him right at the 10-yard line. He had him downfield, and it was that close to Namkin's second touchdown of the evening.
No, that was an absolute bomb from Ty Blair. He threw that one about 55 yards in the air on the run. That one just sailed a little bit on him. Now the Patriots with the wind more at their backs here in the fourth quarter.
Definitely more at his back, and he really set his feet, and he did make a good throw, just a little bit out of reach. 3 wide, 2nd and 10 from their own 48-yard line. Blair back to throw. He's going to tuck it in and run, get to the 50, tries to get around the corner. He's got the first down and out of bounds at the 36.
We really saw the evasiveness of Ty Blair there, and he really turned on the jets, ran right around Garrett Ticknor, the linebacker, and burst forward for another few yards. Real nice run by Ty Blair and a big first down. Would love to see the Patriots get some points on this series.
Would love to see the Patriots get points on the series, indeed. They keep moving the ball positively. They've gotten into opponent's territory. This is the third time tonight they've gotten here in the second half. And Blair's going to tuck it in and run, fakes the handoff. Blair up the middle. Blair and a touchdown saving tackle at the 15. Actually, you're going to say he was down at the 11. He was that close from getting that touchdown.
Oh, I thought he was going to do it there. Cole Mitchell, the junior linebacker, for the second time tonight, saves 6 points with a shoestring tackle.
So 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line. They can get a first down without the touchdown. They want to get in the end zone. Trying to time that snap. No flag. Now the flag does come in. Blair's going to keep it himself, and he's going to waltz into the end zone. Patriots offense still playing hard, and Blair gets his first of the night.
Yeah, why not stick with what's working, Brian? Penalty is declined, so that is a touchdown for Ty Blair.
That's a few times you see him got off sides. Aaron Reyes going to come in to attempt the extra point. Makes the score 51-13.
Yeah, why not stick with what's working there, Brian? It was the Ty Blair show, doing it with his feet.
Doing it with his feet, and he did, like I said, just take what the defense is giving you, and he was giving them those yardage. Snap is down, kick is up, and the kick is good, and Reyes remains perfect on the season.
Love to see that. Some tough kicking conditions here tonight with that strong wind. And Reyes, he plays defensive tackle for this team.
Right.
Just the mental shift of having to be battling in the trenches, not getting necessarily a lot of numbers, but really having to clog up the middle, and then having to come out and do the thing that requires probably the most finesse in the game of football, the most mental concentration to kick. I'm always very impressed with him.
I'm always very impressed. That's one of the things I love about just high school football in general is you don't see it at most levels is the kicker that plays other positions. And I just love to see that. That's always one of the most fun things that I have. Even like with the Georgetown Eagles, you got, Braylon Westfall, he piece a punter, and then Christopher Mashburn seemed to line up at wide receiver. So
Well, of course, we can't forget about the Glen Grizzlies. They do have the first team all-district kicker and probably the best name in the entire district, Armando Don Juan, one of my favorite players that we've seen here on Vype Live this season.
One of the best things about doing this job, I say, is you do get some fun names. It's fun when you get a name, you're like, okay, this is a fun one to say, especially when you get to say their name a lot. There's a player for Maynard, named, I think his name was Ike Isolmune, and he plays for Oklahoma State now. He's a cornerback. That was a fun one for me. So maybe you see an onside kick here by Reyes. He's attempted one this season.
And recovered it.
And they are going to do the onside kick. The ball was loose momentarily, but it's recovered by the Eagles.
Well, they tried the exact same thing that worked the first time with Reyes, and boy, did he blow up the return man, and he held on. It looked like that was 31 Garrett Ticknor who was able to hold on to the football, but boy, did he take a shot.
I believe actually that may have been Reagan Riney on the recovery, but either way, the Eagles do recover. The last time out, the Eagles turned it over on downs. It was the first series that we saw from them where they did not score. So they didn't have a perfect scoring night. And we mentioned earlier, this Patriots defense has really played better than the score is going to dictate on this one. Stats and scores, sometimes you just have to kind of watch the film, look at it, and just say they really did play hard out there. It's just tough to do sometimes. Livingston in the backfield. They're going to hand off to, not Livingston actually, that is the mysterious 35. who is not on our roster. I was trying to see.
You're right. That's definitely not Jesse Espinoza, the junior defensive lineman. And 34 is the kicker, Christopher Mashburn. We actually have a few different versions of this roster for the Georgetown Eagles.
Yeah, we're trying to just kind of scramble through so we can find his name. And they're going to hand off to him again. And he's going to be brought down after getting a first down there. And we have McDougal's out. And I'm trying to see who is in there at quarterback. And I believe, because it has he's wearing the number 5. That's not the darkened in number 5, because there's 2 number 5s on the roster.
It's Tyler Glandorf, the backup quarterback.
Yeah, that's Tyler.
And you're right, he does have a different font on his jersey.
Yep.
They do have several players that wear the same numbers, which you do see at this level.
You do see, and I think that's what they're able to do is they hand off once again to 35. But great tackle there by Isaiah Davenport-Bell. He pushed him. They're going to say his forward progress was stopped after a 3-yard gain.
And here comes Livingston into the game. He is number 20. I'm doing process of elimination here, Brian.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's what I was looking for. I was looking to see the 2-0 come in. And
that's what I'm looking for too, yeah. Trying to see. I'm going through like all the stats, and maybe I could find that here actually. 8:44 left to play. Landorf takes the snap, and he's going to throw this one on the flat. Ball's going to be caught by Max Munez. It's enough for a first down.
I think that was a backwards lateral there, Brian, but a very interesting play call with the big lead and your backup quarterback in the game. That's a bit of a risky play, but well executed again by the Eagles. And honestly, that's been the story here tonight is the execution. The Eagles have been excellent in all 3 phases of the ball game. Well, 2.5. Their kicking game has struggled a bit with the 2 missed extra points.
They have struggled with the 2 missed extra points, but they've executed very well. You are right. They're going to hand this one off up the middle. Spin moves past the 20-yard line at the 19, and that's Livingston.
Those 2 carries will take Luke Livingston, the running back, over 100 yards for the season. He's now carried it 27 times. They do distribute the ball, but he's got the 3rd most carries on the ball club. We've also seen Elijah Callaghan with plenty of carries tonight, spelling Jet Walker, who ended his day with 18 carries for 128 yards and 3 touchdowns.
Oh, my goodness. Landorf from the gun. That's the mysterious 35 in the backfield. He's going to get to the 15 before falling forward down at the 10-yard line. They're going to call it 1st and goal. I'm trying to listen to the PA announcer to see if I can catch his name. He said it once and it was hard to hear.
That's exactly what I was trying to do, Brian. And
7:25 left to play in this one.
yeah, nice drive here by the second teamers for the Georgetown Eagles, marching right into the red zone here on the Patriots.
51-14. Eagles lead the Patriots. Lindorf sends a man in motion. They're going to hand off 35, and he's going to have nowhere to go with it. Initial contact there by Jacob Vasquez.
On the carry, tackled by Jacob Vasquez.
That's Rockwell on the carry.
Rockwell. There we go. I was about a second away from calling him Mysterio, so I didn't know his name.
Ray the Third.
Ray the Third, yeah, Ray Mysterio. Ray. Feel like a little wrestling reference in there.
Yeah, and as of the third, I never mind adding another one to the club.
619 action. And they fake the handoff to Rockwell, throws this one into the flat, and he's going to rumble forward just short of the end zone. That was actually 2nd and 8. They rolled him initially down to the 10, then they said he was actually down to the 12. So he's down at the 1 for a first down, and that was Max Munez on the reception.
Yeah, real shot from Noah Herrera there to keep him out of the end zone. Just stopped his momentum right in his tracks. Patriot D still playing hard. They've had a few red zone stops this season. Let's see what they can do from 2 yards out.
1st and goal from the 1. Rockwell in the backfield. They're going to fake the handoff to Rockwell. Lindorf's going to throw to the end zone. Touchdown. It's caught by Munoz. Caught by Munoz, excuse me. I want to hear the PA announcer. This was number 88. Can't catch his name. The second time tonight, a gentleman on my roster.
Yeah, they're really clearing the bench this evening, the Georgetown Eagles, and why not? They've been in firm control of this game now, 57-14.
Pending extra point. Mashburn's missed his last two with 5:48 left to play. And they almost got to this one, but it is up and true.
And good.
And they score 58-14.
Christopher Mashburn on the kick.
Hasn't really gone the Patriots' way.
No, Brian, it hasn't, but I've had the opportunity to talk to Mike Wall every week, at least once for the last month or so, and he's just a very upbeat, positive guy, and he's not going to let his team dwell on this one. And the mindset of this Patriots team, again, they're not going to get too down about this. I think they're just going to forget about this and move on. What else can you really do? You got big game next week with Colleen Chaparral coming to town. They're going to be looking ahead to the Bobcats. That's going to be a must-win now, though.
The way I kind of look at this is kind of like if you're a golfer and you have a bad hole, the best thing you can do is just forget it happens and just move on to the next one. You had 18 chances. So next week for the Patriots, just another chance to end the losing streak and get back in that win column. They're going to fall to 3-4 on the season. Georgetown is going to improve their record. They only have one loss on the season. 5:48 left to play. Have a line drive kick, not a lot of distance. Honeycutt fields this one inside the 5. Turns upfield, and we push down at the 29-yard line.
Brian, Patriots still have a shot to win the second half here, and I think that's going to be what they're looking for with 5:41 to play. Down 58-14. This game was mostly decided in the second quarter, but the boys are still playing hard, and they still have a lot of pride.
It's a lot of pride. I like the fact they're still playing hard. They haven't abandoned their game plan. They're still trying to move the football, trying to play the best they can play. And I like to see that. I like to see they're still playing hard out there.
I'm looking at the official district statistics here. Their official roster on Team Tracker. It's still no 88 or 35. So.
I was doing that exact same thing. Miley in now at quarterback. Miley with one touchdown on the season. Throws a screen pass for Seth DeMol. Gains 1 yard to the 30-yard line.
Yeah, Ryan Miley, the lefty in the ball game here, which is always a bit of a fun thing. It makes things a little bit different with some of the trick plays we've seen the Patriots run this season. He's 8 of 10 passing on the season, 123 yards, 1 interception. He also does the punting when they're in traditional punt formation.
I think you call 9 for 11 after that one. And they are going to hand this one off. Honeycutt gets to the 40, gets to the 45, and pushed out at the 49-yard line. So a nice gain there by Honeycutt.
Yeah, this rushing attack for the Patriots, only 17 yards in the first half, really coming into its own here in the second half. Ty Blair had a very nice couple of series running the football. And Blake Honeycutt's had some big plays this year. He's capable of bursting one.
He definitely is. 4 wide. Miley from the gun, help Honeycutt in the backfield. Takes the snap, handoff Honeycutt, trying to run right into the offensive line. He's going to gain a couple yards there and get into opponent's territory.
When you get pushed back there by the defensive line of the Georgetown Eagles, still some of their starters in the ballgame. Eli Duncan, the senior defensive end, has been out there all night.
Still playing hard, less than 4 minutes and 20 seconds. Eagles in front, 58-14. Miley from the gun, got Honeycutt in the backfield. Miley back to throw. Ball's intended for Seth DeMol. It's going to fall incomplete. Just went a little fast and through his hands.
Pass intended for Seth DeMol.
And now make it 3rd down and 9.
And that's just kind of the way the game's gone here tonight, Brian. The ball escaping some hands here. 4 turnovers, 3 turnovers on downs. It's It's just been a story of execution here this evening.
And that's been the key. It's just the execution of both teams, and the Eagles have executed perfectly all night. 3rd and 9. Miley's going to hand it off to Honeycutt. Honeycutt's going to move forward. He's going to have the first down past the 40-yard line to the 38.
Honeycutt on the carry.
Yeah, real nice hard run there. We even saw Kai Childs pushing from the back, getting the ruck, getting them all going for the Patriots, and running the football effectively in the second half.
Definitely ran the football effectively, and it's nice to see they're still playing hard. Miley's going to take the snap from the gun. He's back to throw. He's under pressure, setting up a screen. Honeycutt's got it, trying to follow his blockers, and he's going to get past the 35 to the 34.
Justin Dominguez-Vasquez got a little spun around there, and if Honeycutt could have just worked to the outside of his hip there, I think there was a lot of running room. Not quite to be, though.
So 2nd and 5 now. We're 3 minutes and 20 seconds left to play in the ball game. So on the evening, this will definitely be the worst loss of the seasons for the Patriots. As they may have gotten a false start here or an encroachment. Let's see what the flag is.
Yeah, Ty Blair finished his day, Brian, 11 for 22, 109 yards, a touchdown, 2 interceptions. So that's his toughest day of the season so far. Credit to this Georgetown Eagles team. They played some very strong defense and just wasn't able to get anything going, really, and a couple of big 4th down stops early.
That was the key to this one. And Miley back to throw. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. He's got a man open. It's going to be incomplete, intended for Namkin. He could have almost thought they could have thrown a flag on that one.
Yeah, it looked like there was a bit of early contact there. That ball was just a little underthrown, and again, tough night with the wind. That was a nice-looking deep ball towards the far pylon from Ryan Miley. But yeah, Namkin got popped right as the ball got there.
It's going to make it 3rd down and 11. 2:57 left to play. Miley back to throw. He's under heavy pressure. He's just going to throw that one at the feet of Alejandro Rodriguez.
Yeah, the Eagles still bringing the pressure. When they're showing blitz, they sure are bringing the house. That was Eli Duncan in the backfield once again.
So it's going to be 4th and 10. I think the Patriots have just called their 2nd timeout.
Timeout. Eastview. That's our 2nd timeout of the half.
You know, a lot of credit tonight to the Georgetown Eagles, Brian. They've played pretty much a perfect ball game here tonight. They've not turned the ball over. There was a turnover on downs on the last play of the first half, and then once here late in the second half when the game was already well decided. You know, they played pretty much a perfect football game here tonight. They're going to move to 6-1, 3-1 in the district, and that's going to do a lot for their playoff hopes where they expect to be. And in this district, finishing 3rd or higher is very important. The 4th place team is likely going to have to play Highland Park in the first round of the playoffs.
That's not going to be fun. Yeah, this Patriots team, they're going to move to 3-4 on the season. It will be their 3rd consecutive loss. They began the season with the loss to Stony Point. They've won 3 in a row. Now they have lost 3 in a row. So it's important to kind of pick yourself back up next week. And they have a big game against Chaparral. And, you know, like you said, just put this one into the rearview mirror. Just forget this one happened and just move on the next week.
A tough night for the Chaparral Bobcats at home, going down to the Rouse Raiders by a 53-7 final.
They've had a rough night, too. So that should be an interesting matchup. Next week, Miley back to throw on 4th down. Going to throw over the middle, and it's going to be almost intercepted, but it's going to fall incomplete.
Pass intended for Tanner Namkin.
Nearly threaded the needle there.
I'm trying to find Tanner Namkin, whose name you haven't called much since the first half, and that's another turnover on downs.
No, Namkin had the really nice kick return that set up the first touchdown drive for the Patriots, which he then finished off. He caught that nice pass from Ty Blair going over the middle, had to go up high with 2 hands to collect it, stopped on a dime, spun out to the outside, made it to the pylon, had the 2 defenders. That was a great play by Namkin, and he's going to be big these last 3 games of the regular season.
Lendorf from the gun, have Rockwell in the backfield. They're going to hand off to Rockwell. He's going to bounce off a would-be tackler before being brought down after a 10-yard gain to the 49.
Yeah, Kai Childs got a chest full of shoulder pad there. That was a nice hard run from Rockwell. And this game's been very cleanly played. I think there was the one on Sportsmanlike, a little bit of taunting on the far side early in the game. But other than that, with these two crosstown rivals, a nice heated ball game, well played.
It was well played, definitely. Been a couple on Sportsmanlike, so for the most part, they've kind of kept it clean. And off to Rockwell. And Isaiah Davenport Bell is right there to bring him down after a 3-yard gain.
I'm looking forward to seeing the numbers when I get home tonight and see what Isaiah Davenport Bell finished up with. We know he has a sack as well.
Definitely will be interesting to see.
And this Patriot defense is going to have to dust themselves off and go back to it again next week.
It's important to just focus on the positives you had from this game. Every game, no matter how good or bad, there's positive. There are things to build off of. And for the Patriots, I do think there are a lot of things that they can build off of. As this time he's going to just take it himself. That's Glandorf on the carry. He's going to get no gain on that one.
No, nice hard run there. And Lawrence Edwards, the senior defensive lineman in the ball game for the Patriots as we tick away this last minute and a half. And we will do a post-game show this evening as well. We'll break it down for you and get the scores from around the district. We thank you for tuning in. We hope you enjoyed the broadcast in spite of this outcome.
I hope you enjoyed it too. And if you're listening to this on ESPN, I hope you do have a lot of fun listening to this.
That's been fun for us.
It's been absolutely a lot of fun. It's always fun coming out here. I always enjoy doing these games. So 3rd and 5. Landorf takes a snap. Handoff up the middle. And that is to Callaghan. Haven't called his name in a while. And that's going to bring it to the 40-yard line. That's enough for a first down. And I think you're going to see maybe V formation right here.
Yeah, it should just be one more snap. Elijah Callaghan's gotten in the end zone here tonight. He's generally the number 2 back for this Georgetown Eagle team. And Brian, that's going to be a tough team to beat. This is a very well-rounded squad. They have a defense that can get takeaways. They got 4 here tonight. And this offense, even with the sophomore quarterback, very effective. They've got 2 great wide receivers, another few that can catch the ball, and a great running attack.
By the last play, handoff to Callaghan. I'm surprised it wasn't a kneel down, but either way, I think that will bring us to the end of the ball game as the clock ticks away. Kind of a weird thing. We don't see teams do the victory formation anymore, but at this point, I think for the Patriots, this is mercilessly, this game is going to come to a close. So we're going to take a quick break. We'll be back with the post game. You're watching the ECU Patriots on Vype Live and listening to the Vype Central High School football game of the week on 102.7 FM ESPN Austin.
What is Vype Live? Vype Live is one of the largest and most respected broadcast and live stream networks in the state of Texas. Vype Live broadcasts any sport you can think of for youngsters of any age, from Pee Wee and Pop Warner to high school, club, college, semi-pro, and beyond. We also broadcast plenty of academic, fine arts, and community-related events as well, and now as partners with Flow Sports. Email us at info@vypemedia.com to find out more. Vype Live. We bring your teams to you.
And we're back here at the post game here at Merkle Backfield at Georgetown ISD Athletic Complex. I'm Brian, joined alongside Rob Jaskula. I'm just going to say it wasn't a good night for the Patriots, and things just didn't go well for them early on. It just kind of snowballed after that pass interference call. It just wasn't their night.
No, and I really wonder, Brian, what would have happened with this ball game had they gotten that stop, forced the punt, gotten the football coming off of their first touchdown of the night. Momentum's a funny thing in this game, and it's a cliche, but it's a cliche for a reason. And the Georgetown Eagles really played a flawless football game here tonight. They limited their penalties. They took care of the football. They executed in the running game. They executed in the passing game. And they played some really tough defense. They really bottled up the Patriot offense in that first half. And really by halftime, this one was decided.
I think so. And you look at this one, there's, like I said, there's a lot of positive things I think you can take away from this game for the Patriots. They did play with a lot of heart. The defense played better than I think the score is going to dictate. and they still played hard, and getting the 2 blocked extra points, still trying to get into the backfield. And towards the end of the game, they're starting to run the ball a bit more effectively. So there's a lot of positive things you can take away from this one, and it's going to be important to build on that as they go to next week to Chaparral.
Right, and the Chaparral Bobcats tonight, losers at home to the Rouse Raiders 53-7. So that's going to be a very big game for both teams' playoff hopes going forward. That's really going to be a must-win for the Patriots. And just real quick, we'll take a look around District 8 of Class 5A Division 1. The Cedar Park Timberwolves remain on top of the district. They are 34-28 winners over the Glen Grizzlies. Another close loss for Glen. That's a tough football team to play, but they're just not getting it. Now 0-4 in the district. In the battle of 4-2 squads, still going, but Lake Belton Broncos, they lead the Leander Lions 29-15. And then, of course, right here, it was the Georgetown Eagles winning the Battle of Georgetown 58-14.
It was just a rough night for them. But that's going to do it from us here at the Georgetown ISD Athletic Complex. I'd like to thank Les Cleary, our QA, for making sure everything sounds so good. Merle Bertrand and Suna Vincat of Vype Media. And for the ESPN side, I'd like to thank Mark Caesar, the program director, Chuck Leosh, and Brian Reed as the engineer over there. And I hope you guys enjoyed listening to this broadcast. And so that'll do it from us here at the Georgetown ISD Athletic Complex in Burgle by Field. Brian Reed joined alongside Rob Jescula. Hope you all have a good night. Take care.